How are you, Itachi?
I'm good,
Okay.
man. How you doing?
All right, guys.
I'm fine.
We are live. Okay.
Um,
We're gonna give the chat a couple minutes to get settled in, and then we're gonna begin the show. But you know what? While we're doing that, first of all, is everybody staying cool? Cause it's hot.
I
Yes, it
have
is.
my fan. I have my fan with me. It's a small fan, but it does the work.
I was outside right before I did the podcast. I just came back in, and I was like, oh hell no! I jumped right into the air conditioner. I was like, can't take this. No, it's hot. It's not only hot; it's humid. It's
Yeah,
a
here it's hot too. I think the entire, not entire world, but most of the countries are experiencing a very hot summer.
yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the air conditioner better. Anyway, let's while we're waiting, like while we're waiting for the other people again, let's start our intros, okay? So Ace, go ahead and go first.
Yeah, Ace, let's get going. It's going to be a hell of a time because we got a lot to discuss. And we got people to bury, aka EA and Activision.
Okay. El Matador, go ahead.
Hey, hello, everybody. This is El Matador, and we're gonna have a great show. Make sure you tell your friends, share this video on Twitter, Facebook, whatever the fuck, and we're gonna have a great show, guys.
And don't forget, you got to hit that like button in between. When you hop in here, you're loving what you hear, and hit that like button, people. All
Oh
right?
yeah.
Hit that like button. All right, let's see who we got first before we get started. Big Cloud, what's up? Ice Queen, Jarius, and Cyber Dragon, what's up, guys? Remember, hit that like button, and like Matador said, share it out. Share it out to your friends. If they can't come and watch it now, share it out. They can watch it later, okay? But anyway, yeah. All right, so let's get the show on the road. What do you guys think? You guys ready?
Ladies first.
Okay. All right. Now, before I get into any topics, okay, I haven't seen too many YouTubers talk about this much, but only a couple, and Bit was one of them. Okay. But Google Hangouts will be ending sometime this year. Okay. This means that people like me who have used Google Hangouts for the past year or two will have to move on to another alternative. Okay, we're all going to have to do that. Now, I will still be streaming my podcast live on YouTube, but the next step will be for me to start doing it by Discord using OBS. Okay, guys? Nothing else I could do. You know what I'm saying? Not the way I want it, but anyway, I'm not sure why Google would do something like this when it's a very popular app. Okay, it really is. Maybe they have something that will replace it that's new and improved. After they take it down, I don't know. But at this point, nobody knows what's going to happen. Okay, and it sucks because I've been doing this YouTube stuff since Google Hangouts used to have sound effects. I don't know if anybody remembers that. They took that away. Then they took away YouTube Editor and other useful features. It seems like Google's more about telling their fan base what's good for them rather than let the fan base decide on the features that they actually want. Nobody asked for Google Plus back in the day, but Google wanted to force it on everybody. Okay. Nobody asked for all these new social media features they added. Nobody asked for that. Okay. But they rammed it down your throat. Okay. We, we, uh, um, we all really wanted the old YouTube. Okay. Honestly. And maybe one day there will be a decent competitor that will step up and get Google some serious competition, okay? And smack them in the face. Now, with that said, before we move on with the show, I want to hear Ace or Matador's thoughts on Google doing this.
Um. Well, and maybe like you said, maybe they're gonna take it down to make it better. Because I know, Google Hangouts be having issues. Remember that? I think 2 weeks ago that you couldn't do your podcast and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. Remember? So hopefully, maybe that could be the reason that's why they're gonna take it down and hopefully make it better. A new type of hangout. We'll see. Because Discord is not that bad. Actually, it's easier the Discord because it has an app and everything already, and you can download it on your phone. And then like it's so easy that you can just jump off and jump back in so without no links. So but I think you will like it, Princess. I think you will like the Discord. But hopefully, that Google, if they're gonna take it down, maybe they're gonna make some improvements or whatever. And hopefully for the better.
Okay. Any thoughts, Ace?
Yeah, okay, so yeah, Discord. I tried it a few times with Sid. I was on Sid's podcast. It's good. No issue there. And it seems to be a trend. Companies alienating their fan base by taking out features that yeah, or not future, but just the concept of what they are using, and either replacing it or killing it all the way. Perhaps Google Hangout is not that successful in the eyes of Google, or perhaps they're they're creating something different. We will see. But just want to give a quick shout out to actually a company that is listening to its fan base. Sony. Sony just replaced the current PlayStation Plus lineup from PES with Detroit Become Human. Like this shows that we as a gamers we matter to Sony because if we didn't and Sony placed kept PES and didn't replace it with Detroit, you have a lot of people that were going to cancel their subscription because yeah, you need to keep your gamers happy. You need to keep your
We're gonna get
customers.
it. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna get it. We're gonna get into that later on.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get into that later on. So yeah, let me shout out the other people I see in the chat right now. I don't want to leave anybody out. Andrew Wilkins, what's up? Playbox, Stardust, Envy, and Support Gaming. What's up, guys? Remember, hit that like button, okay? Show us some love over here. All right. So now our real first topic, because that really wasn't a gaming topic. We're going to get to the gaming now, okay? But the only reason why I brought it up because it does affect gamers that have do podcasts and talk about gaming. So that's why I brought it up. Okay, the first topic then would be Remedy acquires Alan Wake. Now, to me, Alan Wake was a decent game. Okay, if you only had Xbox 360, okay, at the time that it came out, other games that were similar to it have already come out. Okay, games like Heavy Rain, like Siren Blood, Curse, like Silent Hills, Homecoming. These games were already available for the PlayStation 3. So I don't think anybody that didn't have the Xbox missed too much. But okay, this isn't saying that Alan Wake wasn't worth playing because I still feel like it holds up, a title. Okay, it just doesn't surpass some games that did when it did matter. It did much better. Okay, so a good example would be like Dead Space. Dead Space took the whole psychological sci-fi shooter and ramped it up to 10. Okay, it's pretty much redefined the class of game. Okay, also BioShock had a good narrative and still had better mechanics than Alan Wake. Okay, now the funny part about this is that all of a sudden you have hardcore Xbox gamers saying that Alan Wake was the holy grail. Okay, that it was such a good game. But now that Remedy took the IP back, suddenly the game was just an overrated experience. I'm hearing this, okay? Suddenly the game was just okay, okay? It loses its status, okay? And if we dig deeper into this, okay? Most people on the Xbox didn't buy Alan Wake. Okay? I did, but most people didn't. Alan Wake got better sales figures when it became available on PC. So once again, these Xbox fanboys are doing their shit again when they didn't support a game. Okay, now to date, the game has about I'd say about 5 million sales. I think. Okay, with about less than half of them coming from the Xbox fan base. Less than half came from the Xbox fan base. That's sad. Okay, and you hyped the game up and you did it again. So once again, this shows that even last generation, you had Xbox fanboys rallying for games that they actually didn't support. Okay, and it sucks that they didn't support it because I have always felt that this game was in desperate need of a sequel. I wanted a sequel to this game. Okay, so I'm not going to beat the topic to death. Okay, guys, with my thoughts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the panel and see what they got, what their thoughts are about Remedy securing Alan Wake again. And do you think we will see a sequel when this game eventually heads to where? PlayStation. So what are your guys' thoughts? I'm hoping for a sequel. I think that what they're going to do is remaster it for PlayStation first, and then hopefully they'll do a sequel. Who wants to go first?
I can go.
Okay.
I didn't personally play Alan Wake. I didn't have the chance, but I heard that it was really good, and I heard that people who bought it wanted a sequel, and the thing is, Princess, Remedy. I know they talked to Microsoft to make a sequel. What happened? Microsoft is saying no. They're not about that life. They don't wanna. They're not interested. So, pretty much Remedy took on their own hands. I'm like, you know what? Okay, you don't want to make a sequel. You don't want to. All right, fine. Give us the publisher rights, and now they got it. So, like you said, now they can put that game whatever they want to now. So I can see Remedy doing a remaster for PlayStation, put it in there, and then I also can see a part two. It can come, and the rumor is now that they can be Alan Wake 2, but it could be, and that might be maybe like a time exclusive to the PlayStation 5 or stuff like that. Also, rumors saying that Sony also might thinking about buying Remedy as well, which I'm not gonna lie, Princess. If that happens, that would be huge. Because I think Remedy, they make some look. I know Quantum Break, it was meh for me, you know what I mean? It could have used some more money in that game. But like games like Control looks pretty cool, looks pretty interesting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Max Payne. Max Payne was a class. I like Max Payne.
Yeah.
So if you give time and money to Remedy, they can make something good. I just when it comes to Quantum Break, I just feel it was kind of rushed. I felt Microsoft didn't give it enough time, and people say, "Oh, they take too long." I mean, yeah, but if you take time with the game, you will get some good quality. So, and also, I heard that Microsoft was pressuring them when it comes to Quantum Break. So, yeah, look at how that. I mean, personally, there's some people who like Quantum Break. That's cool, but for me, it was just meh for me. So,
I agree.
Remedy, like I said, Remedy, that's true. If Sony acquires Remedy, that would be huge. I think Sony can take them to the next level, giving them money, giving them resources. Yo, imagine them using the Decima engine, the engine that is for Odyssey or Dawn, the engine that is on Death Stranding. How can I, dude? I'm telling you, like I can see this happen. And once again, Microsoft, they don't. It's just to show again that Microsoft, you need to see them with a side eye. Look, they look spooky as hell. Like why Phil Spencer could have, Phil Spencer could have, you know what? Okay, let's make Alan Wake for the next Xbox. No. So I'm glad that Remedy took their matter in their own hands. You know what, Phil, you don't want to do nothing. Give me that shit. Give me that. Yeah, we don't have time to waste, and we want to make a game. There's some people who really want a part two. You don't want to do it? Fuck it. So I'm glad they did that. I can see a remaster for Alan Wake on the PlayStation. I can see that coming, and don't be honest, I don't be surprised. It sells more on the PlayStation. And yeah, man, it's just unfortunate. Another L for the Xbox. Yeah, another L for the.
You know what's funny, Ace? Before you go, I don't want to cut you off because I want you to get
No
your
problem.
say. Before you go, Xbox had all this time to acquire Remedy, and they didn't do it. They did not do it. And one thing I'm also going to say, when you brought up Sony, Sony lets the developers actually step outside the box. Look what they did with God of War, and it became what?
Yeah.
Game of the year. All right. So, and they allow sequels. Okay. They allow them the creativity to do what they need to do to give the gamer the best experience they can. And even if they have to postpone a game, which they have done in the past, the game was better.
Yes. Like this
So
is yeah.
that's all I'm saying. It's crazy. Before Ace, before you go, let me just shout out a couple more people. We got Dark Lincoln here, Wrath, Paul G, Lex, Septic Meatball, and Zach Bell. What's up? Yeah, but that's one thing they're not realizing is that they had plenty of time to acquire them, and Sony allows that to be done. So that makes a big difference. You know, even if they put it this way, even if they don't acquire the studio PlayStation, I believe that Remedy is going to work with PlayStation because PlayStation knows that they have the creativity, and when it comes to a sequel, they're not going to say no. They're not going to say no.
Now I got a sequel. So what does that tell you? Like Days Gone, Days Gone's gonna get a sequel. I mean, the game sold really good, and yeah, man. And unfortunate, Xbox is not. Look, you're not getting no Sunset Overdrive 2. And I would not be surprised, for instance, if
I have a feeling, you brought that up real quick. I have a feeling Sunset Overdrive is also going to be redone and come to the PlayStation. I don't think they want nothing to do with that no more. And I think Sony going to, these studios are going to try to go, switch it right over to Sony. I think they're going to get rid of that too. I don't think they want it because the people over there don't support it. Now, before we get into all the games that they don't support and maybe going to PlayStation, which could be another topic, let's let Ace get his word in here on this. I didn't mean to cut you off, Ace. So go ahead.
No problem. Okay, so first he was saying that it will sell more on Sony side. Of course, we buy games. They don't. And I just want to use Sick. He had a very good comment. He was like, Sony is okay with games selling around 10 million plus copies. They don't cancel studios or games that doesn't sell well. They even give them sequels. Look at Gravity Rush. First, it was on PlayStation Vita, and then they brought it to the PlayStation 4, and then they gave it a sequel. And my question for Microsoft is, um, they have not learned to do better? Because I've heard many times about Microsoft way of governing the gaming industry from there, and is they always want their game to have multiplayer. And that's one thing. If Alan Wake had multiplayer, I'm not sure if it does have or not, then trust me, Microsoft would have not had, let them go. And that's what Microsoft most focus is multiplayer instead of single player. They would rather have you play a game that have a very bad single player and okay multiplayer than to play a very good single player game and then move on to the next game.
Yeah.
So
All I could say is that it's going to be their loss, our gain on the PlayStation
yeah,
side.
I
Because
never played.
I will definitely buy Alan Wake if it comes to the PlayStation. And if there's a sequel, I've been wanting one. I will definitely get it. So yeah, it's their loss. You're right. If it doesn't have a multiplayer aspect in it, but then they probably don't want any of it.
And and one person I saw making a comment that why they can see that Sony have been visiting Remedy, Shuei Ishida,
Mm-hmm.
You have seen his photos with Remedy holding the peace sign or the thumbs up sign, I think. So you can clearly see that Sony is visiting Remedy and in talk with Remedy. So why would Microsoft be that stupid and give them their IP back? So either, and this is what the interesting part is, either Sony bought the IP with the help and gave it to Remedy as a sign of goodwill, because let's uh, focus uh, on the big concept that Sony skipped E3 this year, but they also saved lots and lots of money for that, so they can use that money saving for two things: either make the PlayStation 5 cheaper, sell it at a cheaper rate, or buy a Remedy or a different company.
You there? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Now I can. You butted out for a second.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I have no idea what
That's all right.
happened then.
It,
So what
well,
I
it could be Google too. So I don't know.
yeah, let's go. So what my point was that Sony saved a lot of money from by not going to E3. They can use that money to either buy Remedy or a different developer, or they can use that money to push out PlayStation 5 at a cheaper rate.
Possibility, yep. But see, once again, they didn't need to go to E3 because we already know what their other shows, what the what's what uh what I was going to say, their exclusives are going to be with their other shows, and so all they had to do was then talk about the multiplats, and Microsoft covered that for them, so they didn't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they
They don't have
didn't
to
need
worry.
E3. All you need to look at is Death Stranding. In 10 minutes, a 10-minute video crushed E3, in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't have to go. It's unfortunate because I usually like Sony shows, but that's okay. They got other shows coming up that I can watch, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? They got all their other shows that they do on their own. So, I'll watch them. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying?
it, even,
It's not that I don't. Oh, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead, finish. Go ahead.
No, it's not that, I don't want, I only watch the things when it comes to Microsoft because I'm hoping that they're going to show me something that's going to wow me with a change that's going to have gamers say, oh my God, is this really happening? That's
I
why I
swear,
watch. I'm hoping for that reaction from me and from other gamers, but unfortunately, we're not getting that. And it's
I
sad.
swear, Princess, I'm legit going to swear. You're more of an Xbox fanboy than the Xbox fanboy. You have bought games and played them on your Xbox way more than any of those Xbox fanboys have bought games and played.
I know.
Facts.
I mean, it is what it is.
No, but look, even Phil Spencer came out and said he wishes Sony was there. That's tells you right there that I'm like, damn man, you know what? We kind of fucked up this year, did we? Like, look, man, like it's people can say all they want. Sony is very important when it comes to E3. Okay, like I don't care about anybody says. It's the truth. Like literally, like look, if we only let's say we only have Microsoft right on E3. I'm sorry, like look at this couple of years have been happening when it comes to Xbox. No new stuff, no new announcement, no oh shit moments, none of that.
And
You
then
know
they
what I
try,
mean?
and about it, you know what's funny? They try to bring out actors to boost up, and that's the actor.
Yeah.
He's the only one that got a crowd reaction.
That's sad. That's
Come
so
on.
sad. Like, why, President, why Microsoft cannot do something like back in 2016, when they showed God of War? You know, everybody was like, "Oh my God!" Like, Microsoft doesn't haven't had a moment like that. You know what I
They
mean?
don't
They
have they
haven't.
don't have a video game of such value. They don't like Halo. They killed it. They made it lackluster with by letting you play as someone else instead of Master Chief for 3/4 of the game. They don't. I don't think Microsoft value their own game, and you can actually see that with every game they lose. Like no matter what you can say about Sony, at least when you show Kratos, the people just blew the roof off when the very first time they announced Kratos. Even when they showed The Last Guardian, they were hyped for that game. And imagine we are at any Sony event and the screen goes to dark, and then out of nowhere you see a returning Jack and Daxter or any of the iconic characters.
Yeah,
People
Yeah,
will
like
somebody in
blue.
the chat just brought up a good point. Okay, somebody named Donatello, you had an excellent point. Okay, they've been bragging all this time, Phil, with his and the Xbox fanboys. Oh, wait until Battletoads come. That game looked like shit. The game
yeah,
didn't even look good.
I'm sorry.
What did
That's
you,
a downgrade, yo.
what
It
did you
look,
They
say?
bragged the
Can
whole
you
time
repeat
about
that?
it. You know what I'm
Can you
saying?
repeat that?
no, like look,
Can you repeat?
no, but look, it's like I don't get it. Like, look, Microsoft, like they spend this money, right? And it's just they're not spending the money in the right things, okay?
But
And my,
did you hear what I just said? Because you guys blurted out for a second.
okay, well, what's up?
No, I was saying how somebody in the chat had a good point
Yeah.
about like Microsoft and the fanboys were I should say Phil Spencer was you know bragging about wait until Battletoads come. The game looked like shit.
Oh man, look, Battletoads is not the answer, bro. Nobody's gonna go out there and buy a new Xbox or you know what, $500 or $400, whatever the X is right now, to play Battletoads. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not like a freaking a banger. It's not like
If
a
they
game
took
that
it,
you want to go out
if
there and go out
they
Xbox. It is
if they
like
took the
get out of here.
development seriously, sorry for 1 second, if they actually put their hard-earned money and made Battletoad on the quality of Ratchet and Clank or even God of War, then it would have sold units. But Microsoft doesn't care about that, and it's shown.
Look, the thing is, look, like Halo Infinite, right? That
What,
this
what,
E3 Halo, right?
what I'm saying is they said this game was going to look outstanding. The game didn't look that good at all.
Princess, like, look how Halo Infinite, right? That we showed that trailer. For me, that the graphics, that shit don't look next gen. I'm sorry. Look, Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us 2 gameplay trailer we had on back last year, E3. That should look next gen. You know what I mean? People say, no, that looks PS5. That's running on the PlayStation Pro. That look next gen to me. That Halo Infinite trailer, that shit don't look next gen. I'm serious. I'm sorry. It doesn't look next gen. And then the Battletoads, like I said, that's not that shit. They downgrade. They could have put more money and put it like like pretty much like the character from Killer Instinct. At least looking like that. Like put some money on it, man.
They could have done something because that game.
Better,
I
more
mean,
money.
I was with all the hype that Phil was putting behind. I was like, okay, maybe he's got something. Maybe he got something for once. I was hoping, and then when I saw the graphics and all this, I was like, what the hell is this?
Oh, and they spend that. No, you know how long they have been making that game, and it takes that long for that 2D. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, this is what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't know. Like, this is why I look for Spencer. Like, look, he said we don't care. If you don't want to buy a console next generation, it's okay. It's all about the software, and like, look, they're saying they want to put games every 3 months, right? First party. What does that tell you right there, Prince? They're not gonna put every quality games every 3 months. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it looks spooky as fuck. Like
Quality over
that's why
quality
I
for
don't have
them.
no freaking energy. I don't have no faith. This is what I'm saying,
Quality over
man.
quality for them.
What?
It's for them quantity over quality.
Yeah, man.
And
No,
it
no.
shows.
Like, look, maybe Ninja Theory can do something. Hopefully, because I believe in answer. I'm sorry, that's not the answer. I'm sorry. I know they're trying to do something new, but that's not the answer. Okay, it's not. So hopefully, the next game they do, it could be something really good. I hope they do.
All right, wait. You know what? Not to cut you off before I forget my thought. This guy just added a thing. They picked Forza over, was it Gotham? The Gotham races.
what the hell?
Yeah, a game.
They pick Forza over what?
What's it called? Gotham Racing
What's that?
on Xbox.
I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest.
I don't know about that Gotham game. I don't know about that right there.
Okay, but I thought he had a good point. You guys don't know. It's all right.
What is it? What type of game is it? Feel free to enlighten us. Enlighten us. Oh, Project
Wait, no,
Gotham.
no, it's Project Gotham Races.
Okay, let me Google
Oh,
it.
It's a
I
racing
will
game,
Google it.
just like Forza. It's a racing game like Forza.
oh, okay.
Uh,
I think I know which one you talk about now. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
I forgot the project.
Okay, got you. I know which one you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
and they didn't even continue with a game like that. Come on, I mean they skip over things and you know, I mean come on, you could have had. I mean even if you wanted to do a Forza, you could have built that one up and got another one. Give person an option of 2 racing games for people who love racing games. Why
but
just
you
one?
but you can't have Project Gotham Racing and Forza at the same time. You actually are killing your own fan base. Then you better have one, and that's why I think what Sony did with Drive Club was very bad. They already had Gran Turismo. Why would they even make a Drive Club?
No,
Uh,
but
no, that's not necessarily true because look at how many different they could have made it different. Look how many different types of fighting games there are. Look how many different types of soul games
That's
there are.
different. That's different. Though those are not exclusive or first party made.
when it comes to racing, like the Horizon series and the Forza, the Horizon is more popular because more archaic. Because the simulation racing is more. It's a small. It's not a huge fan base when it comes to simulation racing. Gran Turismo, on the other hand, Gran Turismo has been old. That series from the PS1, and that's to have a big follow up. Even to this day, the last Gran Turismo, that shit sold almost like 8 million, and that's not bad at all. Like I said, that's sold way more than Forza. You know what I mean? Like that Forza 7.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I heard that the people who making Gran Turismo, they opened a new studio, and I think they're working on like a more archaic type of racing, like Horizon. That's what I heard. So hopefully, maybe because Horizon is very popular. Like I said, people like Horizon, Forza Horizon than Forza 7. So hopefully Sony seeing that. Like they want to make it like a more archaic for people and stuff. So kind of like Dry Club. So hopefully they give it another shot.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, anyway, I think we beat that to death. Let's move on to another topic here. Okay, where it gets interesting. Okay, like I said, we were talking about Sony. So speaking of Sony, okay, Sony has made it very clear that the PS5 will target the hardcore audience of gamers. Okay, now I think anybody that had a problem with how dominant Sony was this generation will definitely have a problem next gen because Sony realizes that the things that are threatening traditional gaming as a whole is a very real threat. Okay. And in order to combat these things, Sony aims to prove that exclusives matter the most on their platform, which is true because the exclusives matter the most in gaming. Okay. If you look back in history, okay, The reason why the gaming crash happened in the first place is because there were too many consoles with the same exact games, and the market became saturated with the same shit. Okay, suddenly Nintendo came back in the picture and started having exclusives that was something that other consoles didn't have. Okay, and also a huge reason why these other consoles didn't survive the great Nintendo era of gaming. Okay, look back, guys. Look up your history. Okay, now I brought them up only because Sony's got a damn good point. Okay, when we look at the future, you have fanboys in the PC community, Xbox, and the Xbox fanboys saying dumb shit like exclusive or anti-consumer. Not all, but the fanboy ones. Okay, and
PC fans as well.
yeah, and
Don't forget about those.
no, I did say that. I did say that. I said
Oh,
them
sorry.
first.
Sorry
Oh,
about
it's okay. I don't understand how anybody comes to that conclusion. Okay, how do you say that giving the consumer a unique gaming experience that's fully optimized for the product they bought is anti-consumer? How can you say that? You can't. Okay, that's why people bought that product, because of that great experience, because of what they're getting out of it. Okay. Anyway, one thing that sort of makes me wonder about the PS5 targeting the hardcore is the price. Okay. How much will the PS5 cost if it's targeting the hardcore? If it's targeting the people who already have it in their mind to buy the game day one, to buy it day one. Okay. What is the price for people who are still on the fence? Okay. Or the people that are still catching up. Okay. Maybe haven't caught up yet. Okay. Now, with that said, I'm really curious about what the PS5 will be like, because I have a feeling that Sony is really going all out. Okay. I have a feeling that Sony knows how great the PS4 is and has a plan to do something even better. The problem is, we don't know, better is right now how competitive, how competition has failed to compete. We know that already. They failed to compete. What do you think the PS5 is going to do for gaming with the PS5 next generation? That's
Well,
why give me 1 second. That's Ace. That's why I said hold on for a second,
okay.
because I said we were going to bring up. No, I was telling Ace. That's why I told him earlier. Hold on for a second, because we're bringing up some of these points now. So go ahead, El Matador, and then Ace, you can just jump in and you can go back to where you were going with what you were saying earlier.
Okay. When I heard this, I was reading this. I was just so happy. It was just music to my ears. Just hearing them saying we'll focus to the hardcore. The hardcore want those AAA games, big bangers. You know what I mean? That's the guys that have supported us all these years. You know what I mean? Those dedicated guys. We gonna want to focus on those guys. I mean, not saying that Sony is not also because about the casual. You know what I mean? But meaning that, hey, you're hardcore, you'll want those big bangers, right? We got you. We going to bring it on. And this is why you're going to buy the PS5 day one. And that right there, that's how you send a message. That's how you get people excited. I'm more excited. I cannot wait. So they're saying, oh, we're going to work for more with the third parties to have time exclusives and all that. That's what I want to hear. See, that's what I'm saying. You will do what you gotta do to show up that look, we want to show you that we got a console. We want to bring a lot of content and diversity. We got you. You know what I mean? And that's what I like. That's what I wish Phil can say something, but you know what? He's not. He's saying no, console sales don't matter and all that crap. Like, so Sony knows. They want us, want you to buy your console for the services and all that. That's how they're going to make their money, right? If you don't sell a console, you're not going to make their profit. So saying this message and going this direction, that's what made us hardcore. That make you excited. I just want a PS5 now. You know what I mean? And people took some of this stuff like, oh, Sony said then just gonna focus on big games, not in double A or indie games. Sony didn't say that. Sony's saying they want to focus on big games. They're not saying now the indie. We're not gonna have no indies coming to the platform. None of that. People took that, and I'm like, people read. Okay, read. They said they want to focus on big AAA games. Not saying that they're going to screw the indies and lower A games. They never said that. See, did y'all overreacting and y'all assuming stuff? You know what I mean? And I don't get that, yo.
Matador, do they know what assume means? Makes an ass out of you?
Yeah. Yes. Like, I don't know, man. Like, and I don't know, man. Like some people like having a problem with that. Like some of the Xbox scene, having like, oh, Pedro just lying, doing all this fake PR. I'm like, see, your wish Xbox will come and say something like this. You know what I mean? Your wish.
How are we doing fake PR? How are we doing fake PR when how many times has Phil Spencer lied over the course of the last gen or this gen? How many times he lied? So where's the fake PR coming from? Not from Sony's side.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. They don't want to go out there and call them out, man. Like, look what they're doing. All this games, low price, like publishing other games to other platforms, and look at this E3, and it's just people not going out there complaining. I mean, there's some people that want to complain, and if Phil Spencer block them and unfollow them, which I'm not gonna lie, he was on his feelings. Once again, he shows that you gotta follow what he's doing. If you don't follow what he's doing, you're the bad guy. You're just toxic and all that. You know what I mean? It's wrong.
That's why I don't agree with anybody agreeing with everything somebody says. Like I said, when people come on my podcast or I go on somebody else's, I don't agree with everything somebody says. If I have a different opinion, I'm going to voice it. I'm not going to tell them they're wrong for their opinion. I'll say what I feel about the situation. But Phil Spencer don't want to do that. Once again, as we said, he's trying to control what we play, how we play. Yeah, the narrative, how we play, what we play. Just like I think, I'll get into that later on. But I think that's what I think. In all honesty, that's what he, is trying to do. He's trying to tell us if it wasn't for people like us buying your shit, then guess what? You wouldn't have a job.
Exactly. And this is what I'm saying. That people saying, Sony is going to put their games day on day, like Game Pass. Like, no, they don't. Just because Sony said they want to push PS Now more, that doesn't mean that Sony was going to put their games on day one. They said they want to maybe market it better, put more big third party games. I don't know, like Game Pass. They did a good job putting big third party games like Metro SRX on Game Pass. I think Sony want to do that and do more promotions and marketing. That's what Sony never said. We going to put our games on day one. They don't have to. Princess, God of War. So Spider-Man. So 3.3 million on 3 days. That's almost $200 million. That's $200 million, Princess. Why? If I put that on day, I'm not going to make that money on 3 days. I'm not going to make that money.
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what they look. Like the same with Sony, I was saying about Nintendo. The game sale looks mad. That game almost like on 12 million right now. That shit came in November last year. Like they don't have Sony and Nintendo, they don't have to do what Microsoft. You know why Microsoft is doing? Because these guys didn't go out there and support. They didn't went there and support. That's why Microsoft is doing all these moves they're doing. If they would have been in the same position, then Sony and Nintendo sending millions of copies and that, they will not be doing all this. So they need to realize, stop. People saying they're going to put their games day on day next year. No, they're not. They don't have to. Listen, they don't have to. Their game sells. Their games are selling, people.
And evidently, they don't listen to things that people say. Like I said, they said exclusives matter, and that's what they want to continue. And if you, like I said, if you look back at the history, okay, with what happened when there were no exclusives, they had so many consoles saturating the market, and everything was on the same thing. Why do you think gaming crashed at the time? Then Nintendo came and did what? Started making exclusives, okay, which was different than what somewhere else was. So everybody started. It does matter. Sony's right and Nintendo's right. Exclusives do matter to sell your console. It
Exactly.
does. It's not anti-consumer. That's like buying, buying anything. Okay, what sets a TV, a type of bed, a car, a truck, anything like that? What sets it aside from something from the competitors? Features,
Exactly.
exclusive items in a vehicle, or exclusive items to a particular TV, whether it be enhancements, whatever. It all makes a difference. Computers, the same thing. What makes each computer company different? How it runs, okay? The hardware on it, the power in it, okay? How often you have to upgrade, how often you don't have to upgrade. It makes a difference of what people buy. Air conditioners will go, since it's summertime and it's hot. Okay, we'll go with air conditioners. It makes a difference. How much energy is it going to use compared to this one? But how much coolness output am I going to get? Is it going to last longer than this one or that one? Or is it going to die quick if I put it on a good, a higher temperature so I can stay cool? It's the same principle.
Exactly. And the president, you know what's crazy? Like when Sony came out in last month, they're showing the charts, telling about their plans and all this. About people say, "Oh well, Sony's going to put their exclusives on Xbox by streaming and all that." Like now you're saying, "Oh, can you please bring God of War 2 and Bloodborne?" I'm like, you see, these guys. I was just laughing. I'm like, look, you guys are so dumb. Like it's a shame and sad. Like, you guys want to play this game so bad, but you don't want to go out there and buy a PlayStation. That's the problem. You're talking all this shit, all this good songs, blah blah. But deep down low, you saying that because you don't want to go out there and buy their console, man. I
See,
don't get like this is what I'm
I don't
talking about.
I don't get it either, because when I wanted to play games, I had consoles on both sides, okay? Even into all three sides. Because there were games I wanted to play that were exclusive to those consoles. So I
Exactly.
bought them. Maybe I didn't buy it day one, but I said, okay, I want to play these games that are coming out. Okay, they're out already. I'm watching gameplay. I didn't spoil it. I said, oh no, man, this shit looks, crazy. It looks fire. I want to get it, whatever. So I just went down the line. I got myself that console and got the games to it.
Exactly, man.
Saying buy it day one, but even if you are a fanboy and you own a particular console, do me a favor. Stop talking shit and support the games that are on there. That's why there's so much turmoil now on the Xbox side, because y'all didn't support shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
PC people supported Alan Wake more than the Xbox fan base did.
Cuphead too.
That too. Now I got both of them. So listen. So there you go. If it's a game I want to play, I'll support it. If it's exclusive and I want to play it, it looks good, I'll play it.
Yeah, man.
It is what same thing with Sunset Overdrive. They didn't support that either. I did. And it's a good game. And it got a lot of replay value. See, that's the thing. These people don't, they talk their shit. Sometimes I don't even think half these people even own an Xbox. I think they just jumped on the bandwagon, find a way to make money, and just talk shit about another console because they think it's good. They're probably not. Some of these people probably aren't even gamers, because they probably just look up stuff that they see other people doing and just change the wording a little bit and make up their own shit.
Yes.
I really do. Because I
No,
can't see it. I can't see it on the Xbox side, because it wouldn't be going this direction if they were true, as they say, fans of the Xbox. It wouldn't be going in the direction it's going now. I honestly don't think it would.
No, yeah, and this is what I'm saying. Overall, I'm like what Sony's doing. Focus on the hardcore, bringing bangers, bringing more content, for third party and all that, which they have been doing this generation. And good for them, man. Good for them. And this is why I said the PlayStation 5 that they won. And speaking of, there's still bangers to come for the PS4. Still bangers. Go to Tsushima, The Last of Us, Death Stranding, Judgment, Grand Blue Fantasy. All these bangers still to come, man. Like, it's just crazy, man. Like, I'm so excited. And good for Sony, man. Good for Sony. And look, it's streaming real quick. Sony they said that the streaming is not ready yeah, we're not ready for streaming. That's maybe in the future, years to go to come. But the president says we're not streaming is not ready to take off like that, and that's why PS5 is still necessary for the hardcore. To people don't because look on PS Now, people download games more than streaming. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
50% of the UK fan base, the UK, 50% only want streaming, and the 75% like, no, we don't want none of that. So that goes to show the stream people not interested in streaming. And when it comes to stuff, a hard copy or digital, that's okay. And I'm glad that Sony, like I said, keep it to their guns and bring more bangers and keep it to their fan base, man. And shout out to them for that.
Exactly. Ace, before you go, I just want to give a couple more shout outs. Donatello, thank you for your comments too. Two Steaks, Rosilli, who else we got here? Christopher Hart, Garuda, Das Misi, a video game lover. What's up, guys? Remember though, hit that like button, show us some love, show us that you care about gaming and what we're talking about. Show us that you care, that we're trying to keep gaming moving forward and getting rid of the fools and bringing you the actual 100% facts that are going on and not bull. You know what I'm saying? No bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead, Ace. Go ahead. You get your 2 cents in on that.
Okay, so let's talk facts. After the disastrous PS3 launch, I think Sony really learned the lesson, and it's shown. Look what they did with Detroit. They replaced Pest with Detroit. They are now doubling down on exclusive, but also for the hardcore, because why would they ever alienate their fan base? They already learned from their mistakes. And yeah, it's a simple relationship. Sony make great games, not just games, great or amazing games. We buy them. Simple concept. And to anyone else who want to say exclusive doesn't matter or exclusive or anti-consumers, yeah, anti-consumers for you because you're the one that choosing to buy to put 5,000 euro on a PC or buy an X for $500 and have nothing to play. That's on you, not on us. So yeah, there's that.
Oh, that's it. I thought you were gonna go crazy on that one. No,
Oh,
but
well, you people already went on, so all I can do is repeat what you already, all of you did.
oh, okay. No, but the bottom line is, when it comes to that, the only thing I'm hoping Sony does is I know they're gonna give us, the games. I have no problem with doing that. They do listen to the fans, okay? They do. Maybe they're not gonna do everything the fans want, but they try. And now they came out and said, we're doing this, for the gamers. We're doing this for the gamers because they know how important it is for gaming in general and for us as gamers, as the people who are their customers. They know that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I mean, they realize that it's not time for all that other stuff to go down. It really isn't. That's not what people want. Both you said that. It's not what the consumer wants. So anyway, let's move on to
EA, EA. I think it's time for EA.
what?
I think it's time for EA to
Oh,
talk about EA.
I'm not there yet.
Okay, my
Okay.
bad.
Yeah. We're gonna move on. Like I said, if I didn't put a topic down or whatever, or if I forgot to talk about the topic, you guys can bring it up. Okay, there's no
Okay,
problem. Yeah. So, well, let's go through the topics first, and then I usually open the floor. Anyway, I want to talk about something real quick because this was a discussion on Twitter the other day, and the topic was started by Jabari. Okay, and of course I respect his opinion. I have mad respect for Jabari. Okay, and you know we share the same opinion when it comes to gaming. You know, for the most part of how we should keep it a certain way. But anyway, I just wanted to add my input off of Twitter because there's only so much you can do with words on social media. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather voice what I have to say. So this topic was along the lines of Sony said Nintendo isn't competition. And I agree with it for the following reasons, okay? The last time Nintendo actually competed in console business was when the Super Nintendo was out, okay? They have proven every generation since the Super Nintendo that they really didn't want to take the steps in order to compete with other consoles, okay? By not taking these steps to get third parties, by giving their consumers underpowered hardware, and the console part of Nintendo got so bad that GameCube, which was a good Nintendo console, paid the price of not being supported by the fan base the way it should have been supported, okay? Nintendo did good in the 7th gen with the Wii, but most of that had nothing to do with most of the software available for it. Okay, had nothing to do with most of the software that was available for it. Okay, most people got it for Wii U Sports and motion controls. Look up the numbers; you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. The Wii U, I personally like the Wii U. Okay, but it sold almost as bad as the Virtual Boy. Okay, and that's a damn shame. Okay. Then you get the Switch, and of course it's going to be better than the Wii U. I don't think it takes much for any console to be better than the Wii U. I don't, okay? But we're still talking about third place console in a generation that that is almost over. Okay, Sony really doesn't consider the Switch competition at this point because Sony already beat 3 consoles in one of their generations. PS4 beat the Wii U, it beat the Xbox One, and it beat the Switch, and has also beat them, at their combined sales. Did you hear that, guys? They beat them at their combined sales. Okay, so no problem with Nintendo Switch as a whole. Okay, I don't. It's that it's getting credit for doing elementary things in a console world. That's what I don't like, okay? A console should already have third-party support, okay? No matter what, okay? It's been around. You've been around that long. You should already have third-party support. It should already be improving each gen. And to me, Nintendo as a company still has a long way to go, okay? I still don't see a reason to go out and spend $300 on a Switch for a handful of games, okay? Some Wii U ports and the worst-looking third parties that can be played on the go. No thanks. I'm sorry. Anyway, I still respect Jabari's opinion, okay? I think he was saying it as a gamer and as someone who doesn't want to see these companies get too cocky, okay? I'm saying it as a person who really wants to see Nintendo evolve, okay? And to me, they're not doing it. They're not, okay? Their fan base grew up, but Nintendo hasn't. And that's all I want to see them do is grow up a little bit. Okay. So with that being said, if anybody wants to add anything to that, go ahead. Floor's open.
When it comes to Nintendo being a competition, we can say it can go middle. Because Nintendo have said this before. That look, we're not going to compete with PlayStation and Xbox. They are the big hitters. We're not going to do all this power and all this, they're going to do that. All right. We're going to do our own thing. So one thing that Nintendo has a lot of things to do. Like when it comes to feature wise, they party chat, it's a better infrastructure. They're going to put in the Switch, you know what I mean? And like achievements or trophies, whatever. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know how Nintendo doesn't have that. Like, I don't know, man. And dude, it's just they got some mature games. They can put some mature games, but mostly the games that they make, Zelda, Mario, Kirby. It's just that but mostly you will see mature games in a very low level, not like constantly becoming like that. You know, I mean, of course they're gonna for the third party like this, the Witcher and this stuff, right? They're getting it. But as you can see, they're not running well. You see how freaking the Witcher runs in the Switch? That shit looks like trash. And they need more power. They need like I don't know. Nintendo is just living in the power don't matter. Yeah, power do like I don't know. At least make it
to run a game. To run a game, it does.
yeah, like you need look at least making it as the base PS4. At least making it the power. If you don't want to go to the 4, 5 T flops, all this, okay. At least go put a Jaguar or at least the architecture of the PS4 has. At least, so at least can run a little better, you know. But the architecture, like what the hell, the Switch has some cell phone stuff. That's what it has in the Switch.
I know. Well, before you continue, I just want to shout a couple more people up in there. Jabari, what's up? Shadow, what's up? Spartan God, what's up? OBJ, the Don, what's up? Thank you guys for coming. Smash that like button for us, okay? Like you would if you own a Nintendo and you're playing Smash Brothers. You smashing that button, so smash that like button, all right? Let me stop. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're good. No, but you're good, man. But like, no, like Nintendo, like I said, they have their families. They like their Smash. You know, that game sells a lot. Zelda and all that, they sell a lot. Which I would like them to do something different. You know, like besides Mario and Zelda, people who make Zelda, they can make a. And I think Nintendo needs to make a risk because they will make those games because they sell, right? But they don't want to take a risk. That's one thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like Nintendo, when it comes to their first party, they don't want to do something different. And I don't like that. Like you gotta take risks, man. Don't be afraid just because you want to make money. That you want to make money, but people want to see you do something different. And when it comes to in Japan, yeah,
right, can I say something to you though? We want the same thing from Microsoft.
Yeah, the same thing with Microsoft. They need to take risk. They better. That shit, they better. They don't have no freaking choice. If they don't, it's going to be the same situation they are right now, unfortunately. And like I said, when Nintendo, like I said, very popular in Japan. Like I think the upsold PS4 already, which is very impressive. So when it comes, because Japan is very mobile, everybody walking around. That's why I will get it to the Switch. It's perfect on Japan because people moving around and all that stuff, so it's perfect and overseas and stuff. But I want Nintendo to, you know, when it comes to the Switch that competition to the PS4, I don't say no because, like I said, it's a different thing. They have different games. Everybody do the kiddie games, you know, their fan base. And PlayStation, you know, they got not that much kiddie games, you know, like that will come for indies, but most of their first part is like mature, over the top, you know, more money. You know what I mean? So, but
more money.
More money. But I hope they take risks, man. I hope Nintendo, they bring a Switch Pro that have more power. They can run third parties better, at least 30 frames solid, and at least 900p at least locked, or 800p locked at least. And man, I hope they do, man. Like I said, Switch is not a bad console. They have some.
It's not. But I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was agreeing with you. They just need to upgrade the power and get, you know, a diverse library of games. Because like I said, the third parties that they're putting on there don't look good. They're not running well on it. They you know, if I'm going to get a game, I want it to run well. You know, I mean, it's bad enough if the game looks bad, but if it don't run well while you're playing it, that's not good either.
Yeah, like Bloodstain. I heard it was running trash in the Switch. Like the frame rates, like it looks horrible on the Switch. I heard Bloodstain. Like, you know, it's just that's what I'm talking about, man. Like they gotta see the Switch. They seeing this. They gotta, you know what? Because look, they want to bring a Switch Mini, for instance. I'm like, no, that's not the answer, man. That's not the answer. You need more power on that damn thing. Come on.
More consoles is not the answer.
It's not the answer. I mean, you bring more powerful ones, cool. Like, that's good. Like, third party would run way better than this now. But if you downgrade it to a mini, like, what the fuck, man? Like, no.
I don't know.
But yeah.
I don't know. Ace, what are your thoughts on this Nintendo thing?
Okay, so Nintendo and the power concept. It's their own fault. Why would Sony even consider them a threat or competition? It, it's Nintendo own doing. Like, if you want to focus on Pokemon, no problem. If you want to focus on Zelda, no problem. But when you create the gimmick that is the Nintendo Switch, that you can undock it and take it with you wherever you go, then you're going to do that at the expense of power. And when you do that, you get what's called Witcher 3 running like ass and looking like ass. So yeah, I understand Jibari part, I really do. I'm cool with that guy, but I really do not believe that Sony is being complacent or arrogant because there are times, certain moments in life when you just supposed to call things how they are. By doing so, you may come over as arrogant, but it doesn't mean you are arrogant. Like if I say right now, Sony dominated this gen, that's not arrogant, that's just fact. When I say Sony doesn't consider Nintendo a threat or a competition because they have yet to, you can quote unquote say, prove themselves, but rather they cater to a different audience. That's just fact. You can't dispute that. And then, yeah, I really don't believe Sony is getting arrogant here in this uh, point. And if Nintendo fans are angry, then demand better from Nintendo. Demand for Nintendo to make a console a console that's actually on par with the PlayStation, not 4 but 5, because we are going right now to the next gen. This gen is over. There is no more this gen. This gen is finished. The focus, everyone and their mother, should be on the next gen. So, including Nintendo, if they wanna compete with Sony, feel free to do so. If not, stay where you are and do your own thing. And there's no issue with doing your own thing, like Super Mario Maker 2. It's a fantastic game. Pokemon. I'm definitely going to buy a Nintendo Switch just so I can play Pokemon Sword and Shield and the other game with the dragons. I forgot the name. But yeah, I'm super hyped for what Nintendo is doing, but just a side thing. My main focus is Sony, and I don't think that they are arrogant.
Oh, what was that? What was that noise?
BitCloud, BitCloud Gaming is here.
Oh, he finally showed his ass up.
Yeah, I think he's done
Well,
watching Free. It's a
well,
joke.
well,
That
well.
wasn't my microphone. My mic was muted this whole time.
Oh, okay. Um. So, Ace, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So, Bit, since you finally showed your behind up here, the topics we talked about, do you have any input on them and what your thoughts on that? Well, like with Nintendo, with what Sony said about they want to cater to the hardcore. I know you've already spoke about Google Hangouts. We did that on your podcast. So, but you have any thoughts on what we're talking about so far?
Let's see. Them folks on hardcore, again, doesn't surprise me. At the end of the day, that's pretty much when you think about it, we're the main ones who matter in the long run. Yeah, sure, they can cater to casuals, but it's really the hardcore ones that are there day one to buy the console and buy and the software. So it makes sense to focus on them and give them the true incentive before you go crazy with the casuals. Obviously, casuals is going to go with the crowd. So, it's kind
Yeah,
of
but they
pointless.
also said that and people were saying it don't they're trying to show people that exclusives matter.
Yeah, and they clearly doing that very well. I mean, we have what, two more games left for PS4. Actually, no, three more games left for PS4. We have Death Stranding, which comes out in November. We have Ghost of Tsushima, which comes out next year, and we have The Last of Us Part Two. Right, so obviously they're closing out the year with those. But they also said before in the past, which we talked about, that they're working on a lot more for PS5. So PlayStation 5 is going to be bringing sequels to, some real bangers that we played before.
Okay.
So it's a lot
I
more.
got another question for you. What do you think about Remedy getting the IP for Alan Wake? What do you think's gonna happen with that? I can't wait. And we know Sony's already talked to them.
Yeah. All right. So before they even announced, right, that they got Alan Wake back or whatever, remember, like, there was the rumor going around that Sony was going to partner with them and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I found it interesting that a lot of people were like, oh yeah, cool, that's cool to see, right? And then all of a sudden, oh, Remedy is the worst developer ever. Oh, they're trash. What good game has Remedy made in a long time? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
these are the guys that gave you Max Payne. Are we really having
Yep.
this damn conversation right now? Really? Are we really having this conversation right now? They go, well, yeah, that was the past. What about now? Remedy's a shell of themselves. Yeah, because of the publisher. That's why. Remedy has not been able to literally push themselves or embrace the talent as of late. They've been locked
Because,
garbage games.
but because of who? Who
Microsoft.
had?
Right,
Thank
Microsoft
you.
had
Thank you.
Microsoft had chains to their feet, literally told them to make this, that, and the third. Don't get me wrong. Some people like Sunset Overdrive. I haven't played Sunset Overdrive yet, so I can't really, you know what I'm saying? I can't form
Oh,
that opinion yet.
I
I
will
haven't
tell you
played it.
something, Bit. I love the game. I
That's it.
had
I
so
haven't
much
played that
fun.
shit yet.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you, even when you beat the game, there's other stuff that's in there that you can do that it has replay value. It
Mhm.
does. It has a lot of replay value in it. It's fun as hell. Once you get the mechanics down in the game on how to do certain things, because some things are like, oh, all right, how do I do this? How do I do that? But once you get that down, the game is fun as hell.
Yeah. Again, I mean, shit. I'm pretty sure it does have some fun value to it, right? But the fact that that game is literally the last game they pretty much made, and not only was it the last game they pretty much made, right, for the generation, and that's sad too, right? The game underperformed in terms of sales, underperformed, and this
You know,
game was heavily hyped up in the community, was it not? It was
yes, it was.
heavily hyped up. They said this
And
game is going to kill Infamous. You all remember that shit? It was going to
yep,
kill Infamous. Did it come close to killing Infamous?
nope. It's just
No.
like well, first of all, the fanboys hyped it up. Okay, didn't support it. They did the same thing with Alan Wake. Didn't
Mhm.
support it. When Remedy went and wanted to do sequels for either one of them, especially Alan Wake, they were told no, no. By whom? Microsoft.
Yeah,
Now,
and
guarantee that wouldn't happen with Sony.
yeah, this is the difference right here, right? One company clearly wants you to, embrace your creativity and be, the best you can when it comes to delivering these games, and the other is just treating these games really like a service, and it really does hurt the quality in these games. I feel it just feels like it, like a lot of these games are just not they're not up to par. And a lot of people are going behind this excuse. Well, it's just $1, because of Game Pass or whatever. Like, oh, it's just $1. No, that's there's no excuse. You're adding more onto this.
All right,
So,
you're saying it's just $1, but you bought a console that was supposed to have power in it for how much? And you got
exactly.
that power? Come on, that's what we
And
were
then
talking about. That's why we
it
talking about
cracks me up.
Nintendo. We
Yeah,
talking about Nintendo. They put the third parties on it, and they look like shit because they ain't got the power. And listen, power isn't everything, okay? But you need power to run a game properly and to make it look halfway decent. You need power in a console. I never said power wasn't important, but you can have all the power you want. If you don't have the games to go with it, what do you got? Just a piece of plastic sitting there collecting dust.
yeah, and dudes came in my neck. They was like, "Well, you talking about specifications?" Yes, I'm talking about a lot of specifications, a lot to talk about, right? But then they go, "Well, what about the Xbox version?" I'm like, "What about the Xbox?" And this is why I asked them this question. You notice we even asked on RGT. Do we have anybody countering this point? What do we know that's different? Nothing. It's literally the exact same thing. It's a mirror match. Both using Zen 2 processors. Both have Navi GPUs. What
And
else?
nobody,
What's the difference?
I know. Well, it's just like when we were talking about uh
One plays God of War 2 and Uncharted PS5 and Last of Us 2 or 3 and Horizon Zero Dawn 2, and the other one exists.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, how these fanboys go out there and talk shit. Like I was saying before, I know you in the chat, but I was saying about Alan Wake. Oh, it was the best game since the coming. You know what I'm saying? The whole
Yep.
Holy Grail and all that. But now that Remedy got the IP back.
That was
Oh, the
overrated.
game now it's overrated. It's bullshit. It was just okay of a game. It was this. It was that. They didn't even realize before that game came out, I named all the other games that we already had on PlayStation 3.
You know what I find stupid about that statement, right? If I remember correctly, I did a video a long time ago about that game, Alan Wake. I stated that why isn't Microsoft, doubling down, helping Remedy get the sequel out there? And I remember I had a lot of Xbox dudes going, "Yo, Ryan, preach. That game was lit, man. I missed that game for the 360. Now that the damn game is back in the rights of Remedy, you mean to tell me they had to change their heart and the game is trash?"
That's what I'm saying. But see,
I don't get that. It's stupid.
That's what. But see, that's what happens. And let me just do two shout outs first. What's up, Thrash, and what's up, Lay? That's what bothers me is that when it comes to gaming, when it's on their console, it's the best thing ever. But they didn't support it. But when Microsoft loses an IP or it goes to another platform, oh, we didn't like that game anyway. Of course you didn't like because you didn't support it, you dumbass.
Yeah.
You
The
didn't
game's
support
overrated.
anything.
Maybe it's overrated because you never played it. You never played it to begin with. You never experienced the story. So, to them,
exactly.
they'll say stupid shit like this. And again, the fact that the game it could potentially come to PlayStation, obviously, like I said in my video, we won't know until August 27th. Any more details about that?
Right.
So, when they do eventually release the details, whether or not it's coming to PlayStation or let's say Sony signed a deal to where the next one that they do make will be exclusive to PlayStation, like they locked it down to probably like a year exclusivity or something like that. We'll find out. But when that happens, I just want to see how stupid people act, especially when they see the studio really push to their their limit by Sony and really delivering this game to the utmost quality.
It's not only, but it's not only pushing them to the limits. It's Sony allowing them the creativity to do what they can push themselves to the limit to do. That's the other thing. Sony allows that. Like I brought up a point before. When it came to God of War, people were like, oh, that thing's going to flop. They're going a new direction. Sony said, go ahead and do it. Do what you got to do. Okay. And what happened? Game of the year.
Can't stop talking about it.
Game of the year. Before I continue, wait a minute. Ace was going to say something. What were you going to say, Ace?
Okay, so what I was going to say was I forgot. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem. It happens. If I remember it, I will say it.
No, but it's crazy that the Xbox, like the Xbox is making these guys go just they shook. Like they seen all this bad news for the Xbox, like Alan Wake is leaving now, and it's just they don't know what to do. Like they got a damage control, feel so salt, and it's sad, man. Like don't get mad at other people. Get mad at the Xbox, the executives. Told them how you feel. Bullshit.
They're not
going to do that. They're not going to do that, unfortunately.
I remember why.
Wait.
Yeah.
All right. No. Hold on to that thought real quick. Amanda, what I was going to say is that they shouldn't blame Microsoft. They should blame themselves because they didn't support the game. The support came. The support came mostly from PC people. Okay, not even half of Xbox people supported that. I was one who bought those games that nobody supported that are doing better on PC than it is on Xbox. They need to stop damage controlling, buy the games, and stop talking bullshit.
Right. Real quick, Ryan, can I ask you a question real quick?
What's up?
Do you think Sony is going to put their games on PS Now day on date?
Like all exclusives? Like PS5?
Like Game Pass, yeah.
No.
Why do you think that? Why?
Because that would devalue the point in you buying the system. They're not doing that. Sony really needs the hardware. This is the difference. This is the main difference, and a lot of people get this mixed up with Sony and Microsoft. Matter, and you know this, but the difference between Sony and Microsoft, right? Sony relies on PlayStation pretty much to keep them going. That's their main source of revenue, aside from movie division. That's it. Sony's pretty much changing. You notice Kasserai's secret plan for turning PlayStation around was essentially to turn it into like a Nintendo type of company, right? Where you focus heavily on gaming. In this case, Sony has another thing they're branched out into, which is movies, which brings in another, good amount of profit.
Oh yeah.
And they got their deal with Marvel again, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Far From Home, right? These movies are doing great at the box office, so they're bringing in more profit that way. And of course, their deal with Marvel, so that's what they're doing. They're doing that shit. But again, Microsoft doesn't necessarily need the Xbox at all. Microsoft has kind of always been a software company. They have Windows 10 by themselves, right? Windows 10 does, the profit for them. Xbox just a luxury, you think about it. So that's why they're not treating it as such. They don't care about the console. They don't care about you buying it. All they care about is you having an Xbox controller and being in the actual ecosystem. They don't care if you're on a damn bus. They don't care if you're on a plane. They just want you in the ecosystem. That's all they care about.
Yeah, just to be there. Out here, we're here in the game scenario, like so. Just to put their name out there, you know what I mean? They are here, but they really now they don't have the heart, the passion like that. I mean, back then in the OG and shit, they have reasons, they had that passion, but this generation going forward, they don't. They don't.
Let me ask you a simple question: when you see E3 this year, right? Microsoft's E3 this year.
Yeah.
If I was to ask you to tell me what kind of conference do you think that legit was, and I'm just gonna give you the option, right? Was that a PC conference or was that legit an Xbox conference? What would be your answer?
I'll put PC / inside Xbox.
That's basically what it was. They pretty much made Xbox gamers take the back seat that entire show. They showed off some games, right? But clearly the priority was PC gamers.
All right, but I got a question. But that's why the crowd didn't do any reaction until they brought a celebrity out. They clapped more for the celebrity than they did for anything else. Yeah. They barely had any. You had a few. You could tell there was a few fanboys going in there because all you heard was like 3 or 4 the whole time. I think they probably put a card up and they had paid somebody to do that shit because I can't see how else it would have happened because the crowd was dead. The crowd was dead. And Phil also said that he wished Sony was there. Why? Because Sony was there, but Sony saved a lot of money. They need to go. Yeah, Sony already has their other shows where they show up there, they tell you about the exclusives. So when it comes to multiplats, Microsoft told everybody that it's going to be on PlayStation 2. Why did they need to be there? They didn't.
No, but Princess, this is what I'm saying. Like, I think this is what I said. Sony's always a step ahead on Microsoft. Look, they saw what the hell was going on in this E3. I said, look, we know what's going on. These publishers, they're not making all these big, they're focusing on next gen. So we're not going over there, put some smoke and mirrors now. We got Tokyo Game Show coming. We might do a PSX every next week. So we're not going over there. At Microsoft, good luck. Showing some multi-plat that it's going to be on a console. Thank you for the free advertisement. So this is what I'm saying. And also, Sony put a tweet about the PS5 spec. A tweet, okay? Not putting out whatever crap from the Xbox One X with this. That's what they did. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, yo. That tweet had more impact than they did on that whatever fake-ass E3 Mirage shit. That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
Sony can do a 10-minute show about 1 or 2 games, and it will still beat out what Microsoft did in all that time.
Yeah,
it's crazy. The video they showed again, that little Scarlet video, it didn't do nothing for us. I mean, nothing was confirmed, right? They did say Navi GPU. They said Zen 2, okay, of course, right? But when you think about it, it was pretty much Mark Cerny's tweet, but in a flashier way. Pretty much what it was.
Ryan, that Halo Infinite, did that look next gen to you? That Halo Infinite.
Well, here's the thing. On the stage at E3 this year, I'm pretty sure they were probably running that on the X since the Pro, or not the Pro, but the Scarlet specs are not done yet. So I'm pretty sure that was X that it was running on, just to give them a little flack, right? Give them a little flack there. But them announcing, right? This is how you know. This is how you know they don't give a shit about the consumers. I don't know if you caught on to this, right? You heard his wording, right? Phil Spencer's wording when he showed the game off. He stated that the game will make history because it will show up on the next generation platform, like the very console that started us from the start. I'm like, really? So you're gonna move this game not only from the current gen, but you're gonna use this on the next gen to launch your system? But I'm like this. Why are you advertising the next console this fucking early when it's not out yet like this this shit.
It's not out yet.
It's not out yet. I mean, it's a year away.
They don't care
Obviously,
about
it's
the
a year away.
X.
Yeah, and you know what? Like,
Wait, guys, give Ace a quick chance to talk because he's been trying,
Oh, okay.
and everybody's talking. Let's let Ace get a chance in here.
Okay, two points. They don't care. They don't care about the X anymore. X is over. X is old. The new gen is the new thing for them. And the other thing, Xbox gamers, for the most part, and the ones that talk and don't game, are a bunch of frauds. That's why we shouldn't be surprised anymore with them calling Remedy bad developers or whatsoever. That's my 2 points.
I will say this, dude. The biggest slap to the face from that show was the fact that Matador, man, I'm just gonna bring this to you, bro. What comes out in 3 months, bro?
In 3 months is Gears.
Wow, was there gameplay shown for Gears of War at E3 this year?
Hell no.
No,
No gameplay for Gears of War, right? No gameplay for a game that they claim was changing. When they did that, they said that for E3. Gears of War is going to do a few changes, so it's going to be lit. You know, the new changes. I'm like, okay, cool. Where the fuck are the changes, and where the hell is the gameplay so we can,
I
about.
said that when I did my E3 thing.
What's
Okay.
the gameplay?
My E3 review or whatever that I was talking about. I
Yeah.
said, why, out of all games, it's bad enough. I mean, when it came to Forza, you showed off the Lego shit. All right. You showed gameplay on that shit. All right. But you can't show off you saying this is going to be one of the most lit ones ever, but you ain't going to show me Gears of War, which is the reason I bought my 360 for. What the hell? What the hell? It's coming out when? Like, it's right around the corner.
Literally around the corner. That's like Sony hyping up The Last of Us, right? And they show us multiplayer DLC. We get to the event, okay? We're like, okay, cool, multiplayer DLC, right? That's cool. But we still haven't seen no gameplay set. So it's like, where the hell is the gameplay if the game's coming out in 2 months, 3 months?
All right, I got a question for you, Ryan.
So,
as much as Phil Spencer and these fanboys hyped up Battletoads, what did you think that shit looked like? Oh, I'm sorry. I already said it. Never mind. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, shit. Shout out to Fatal. I know Fatal was hyped for that shit.
I know.
I'm pretty sure he's still hyped for it. I'm pretty sure he's still gonna buy it.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah,
but...
I'm pretty sure he's still hyped because he did say he was still excited for it nonetheless. So good for him. At least he found some, value in that. But the way the shit was hyped up and the way the shit, the time that went into this, the years, you would expect it to look like the damn Toad from Killer Instinct with that type of level of shell shading.
Exactly.
Maybe I don't know. I wouldn't say first person, right? I wouldn't say like I wouldn't even say like a tech. Well, I mean, they could do like a tech and side scroll type shit. You would spend crazy effort.
Yeah, but Ryan, that didn't even look like a current gen game.
Yeah, it looked like something that runs on your mobile
cell phone.
Yeah,
it looked like a mobile. And I remember I was talking to Dealer. I don't know if you saw the little fucking the review we did on the channel. I talked to the Dealer about it. Even Dealer was like, yeah, this shit. Like the quality wasn't there. Obviously, the quality wasn't there. They just didn't.
And after all these years, and it's like. I saw that and I was like, because I was actually with all the talk about it, I was like, because first of all, I like reptiles and I like the Toad on Killer Instinct. Okay, Rash, I like Rash, so I'm like, okay, I'm looking forward to seeing what they got because that was a game I was actually interested in. And then when I saw it, I was like, what the hell is this shit? I'm like, come on now, I waited all this time to see that. Oh no! Oh hell no!
What made it an insult for me was the fact that, again, remember, like I said, 3 months, Gears of War 5 comes out, right? No gameplay. The fact that they had the nerve to show off a Terminator fucking spin-off portion. I'm thinking maybe, at first I thought I had a small glimmer of hope because I'm like, that looks pretty fucking good. That scene, it looked really, really good. I'm like, did they sign a deal with like, somebody to get a fucking exclusive Terminator game? I see this motherfucker holding a lantern. I'm like, what am I looking at? Like, what is this shit?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Killed my fucking excitement for this shit. Like, what are you doing? I don't care about this shit.
And see, Gears was something at E3. That was one of the games that I really want to see gameplay for.
Yeah, everybody wanted to see it. That was the main one we were hoping to see. Again, nobody, I think I speak for everybody in the chat. Nobody was expecting like no quote unquote megaton announcement, right? We were just expecting the basics from this show. Maybe some title cards for some games from the new studios, right? Not gameplay from everything. Obviously, that's not fair. I can't say we just need gameplay for everything. No,
No,
they could have done what Sony did with the Order 1886. Remember, the Order 1886 didn't have gameplay the first time we saw it. They showed a title card with some dialogue playing.
Yeah.
Remember that? There was a title card dialogue playing. So obviously they could have done something like that. Just be a little smart with it, build hype, and then transition it, you know what I'm saying, into the next year and then show something. They didn't do anything like that at all. It was like, yeah, here's a multiplat. Oh, you guys are bored? Okay, here's Keanu Reeves, Cyberpunk. By the way, Cyberpunk, we don't have no exclusive content whatsoever. We do have marketing rights, so yay. I'm like, yeah, you have marketing rights for this fucking game, but the sad part is more people are going to be buying it on PlayStation. Who cares?
Ryan,
that's wasted money.
That's not.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Malnador. Go ahead.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Like, back to the marketing. This is what I'm saying. Microsoft don't take advantage of these marketing deals. Like, look, Sony with Monster Hunter, they still have the expansion. They have exclusive beta from for that game, for the expansion. I'm like, damn, you're like Sony. They really use their freaking marketing rights to the max. Like, they really take advantage. Microsoft's like, oh, here, that it'll put it on the Xbox, and they don't constant consoles and none of that, man. And look, and back into the E3 thing, they got gameplay, right? For Gears Pop, but you know that a gameplay for Gears 5, that is a big that is so disrespectful. And all these flying simulators, like, who asked for that shit? And then
the reason why he put a flying simulator, I mean, if you read between the words, right? He says, "Oh, the reason why we're bringing a flying simulator to Microsoft, right, to the Xbox, is because even though we don't have they're basically doing it because they want to sell those little flight controllers. I'm talking about those little joysticks.
Yeah.
They want to come out with those, and I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with those eventually. Maybe not this year, but probably next year, something like that. And they'll use that to go with PC. I'm telling you, they're really trying to push PC heavy with accessories and shit. So they're really doing that. They're even partnered by Razer, for fuck's sake. Razer is putting shit on Xbox.
But you know what's crazy when it came to that too? I'm gonna go back to Forza for a second, only because they said they had a new game. No, it's downloadable content. Lego shit. So those Forza people were expecting something much better, and they get down. It's not a new game. It's downloadable content for Lego racing. Okay, that's not what Forza. Now there are a lot of people who play Forza. There's not they don't want to see that shit. And I'm sure, like, again, they had the cards up saying, because nobody was reacting. So they put the cards up, and the ones they paid and say, okay, we'll give you a free this, a free that, because you gotta, get the crowd into this. Say, oh yeah. I mean, I was looking at that like, what the fuck? I'm like, I mean, come on. You show me Legos?
Yeah, that's the thing.
If I want Legos, I go to Nintendo.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing, man. Like, they show too much indies, which I'm not saying indies. I don't know how pro with indies, but there's so many indies like Ori or Cuphead. Yeah, they deserve to stay because there's a big following to those two games.
Oh, I
right?
like Ori. Yes, I like.
Yeah,
Ori.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have a big following, Cuphead and Ori. But besides that, all this Deer Simulator, this paper, whatever, dude, that don't go in the main stage. It don't belong there, man.
You have an event for that, right? Which has become the subject of many memes. It's called Inside Xbox. You would think Inside Xbox would be treated for indie developers.
Yeah, like I just don't understand, man. Like, Sony come out the E3 2016. The God of War, Days Gone, bang up the banger. But that's what you gotta do, man. The Indies are not the answer. They're hardcore over there in the front of the stage. They're not looking for that. They want you big bangers, man. And I don't think you understand. He don't get that, yo.
I don't think they'll ever get it, man. I really don't think they'll ever get it. Dudes just rather cling on to false hype. You know what I'm saying? They'll cling on to false shit. Like, well, okay, we can't get it this year, right? Maybe next year. Like, no. The fact that I had people saying wait till next year after this E3,
Oh, man.
that right there is how you know you reached a level of insanity when you're literally doing the exact same thing over again. It's literally the same song and dance every E3. Wait to the next one. At what point are you going to say to yourself, I'm tired of waiting? At what
They
point?
don't care, Brian. They don't care. They're
It's
okay.
2019.
Yeah, they don't care. It's like Phil Spencer is going. He's the hero. We gonna give him time. I'm like, no, man, no. That man single handedly killed an Xbox.
And
Single handedly.
yeah, he killed Xbox. Still walking away with smirks, dudes pulling up. You saw the hype in the crowd when everybody holding up their hands with the X gesture and shit when he came on. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I saw that shit.
that, that shit. Dude was doing
that
the DX fucking gesture, like,
Mhm.
yeah, Phil. He comes out. He
shit was
comes
funny
out
as
and
hell.
that's bullshit.
It
There
felt
were
like a
so many
call.
motherfuckers who put them
It
arms
felt as a
down with
call.
each underwhelming announcement.
Yeah, well, give me one second. What's up, Tony Wood? I hope you got unbanned from What Will's podcast. I hope you did. But thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead, Ace. You were going to say something.
It felt as a cult, as if there were a bunch of cults or something. And that's how they act. They act as a mob mentality. And really, I'm starting to question a few things. First off, Gears 5. I I really, and I mean it, I really don't believe Microsoft have any hope, any trust in Gears 5. If they did, they would be pushing that shit like mentioning it heavily. Look at
Facts.
God of War, look at Uncharted, look at The Last of Us. It's silent, but they at least showed us a few gameplay. GS5, you literally had to wait for IGN to watch the gameplay. You literally, you literally hired AJ Styles, which is a WWE superstar, and Xavier Wood, which is another one, and a third one to play Gears 5 after the E3 conference was over. How mental is that? Should you not
That's
have? Yeah,
I agree with you. That's very mental. There's something wrong because they should allow those two to actually play during E3 so we could see some, even if it's
Yeah,
just little snippets.
yeah,
that's why I
man.
really don't believe that. Sorry, I really don't believe that Microsoft have any trust in Gears. Like this is Gears. It's and on down low. Whatever happened to it, happen to it. Our focus is on next gen,
Yeah.
and Halo is our next big thing. That that's how I believe Microsoft is thinking, because there is no chance in hell you're going to act like this if Gears was on the level of God of War and of Uncharted of Last of Us. It would have at least had that much of respect. And this is the thing: Microsoft is not treating their own property with respect, and by property I mean the games they're making.
You're right. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right about that.
No,
And one thing I agree with you on, Ace, is that if they did feel strongly about Gears like they did in the past and showed off gameplay, why wouldn't you do it this year?
You know what's different too? Obviously, aside from gameplay was shown. I remember when. Let's fast forward. Let's run the clock back. Let's just go back to last year, right? With every single Gears of War release, how many limited edition consoles launched with the damn game?
Oh, a lot.
A lot, right?
A lot.
Every
Yes.
iteration had a limited edition
Yep.
console. Every single game had a collector's edition. All that shit, right? They went all out for Gears. Gears was basically its own holiday. You think about when it dropped, wasn't it? Everybody was just talking about Gears.
Yep.
Ain't nobody doing shit with Gears.
I
this
even was
generation.
watching what's his name? Damn. Ice T. because he did a thing.
He unboxed the Lancer.
Actually, he unboxed the Lancer, man. I mean, they had everything. They had props. They had everything that you could buy for that shit because he unboxed the Lancer and everything.
He was hyped for that Lancer. I'm like,
oh shit!
I was like, shout out to Ice-T because I remember that shit.
Yep.
Like on Christmas, he was unboxing that shit.
Yeah, and that was cool as hell when I saw him do that, and just the expression on his face because he loved that game. To have that, it was like, it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? He got, I mean, and it was a nice size too. It wasn't like no little model. It was like a big size model, like it was an actual Lancer. It was huge. Yeah.
The life size one because they were selling those like crazy, and they actually worked. Like the little blade actually moved and shit. I'm like, okay, so they went all out with Gears of War back then. They don't do it no more. I remember the Gears of War, I think 3, right? You remember that crazy limited edition, collector's edition, where like the disc in the game or the disc in the case looked like his metal.
Oh yeah.
Remember how dope that was? They're not putting that type of creativity in marketing this game. No creativity like this is going into it. So, I mean, say what you want about Don Matrick, but at least Don Matrick showed a little respect to these fucking games.
Oh, man.
But let me tell you something. You know what? With this game comes out in September, right? Yeah. And they said we're not going to see no gameplay until the end of August, like 2 weeks before it launches. What the fuck is that?
They train that game.
I see. I'm trying not to cuss no more, but that made me say it because I like Gears. So that, like I said, I bought my 360 for the first Gears that came out. And the fact that you're doing this to me, no, see, they got me to cuss. See, that's wrong. That's wrong. No, I'm trying to curb that.
Yeah. No, they train that game as a Game Pass game. And that's sad, yo.
Yes.
Sad. Like, this is why I'm saying that, look, Phil Spencer, like, this man, like, he don't want to spend money on console consoles. He don't want to do none of that like the 360 did, and that's just to show where he's head, where's his direction. They don't want to spend money. It's just they don't care. So look, that's it. Oh, wait,
I'm Matador. Before you continue, I know where his head is. It's up his ass.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that always. But no, man. Like, look, he's saying like the console sales don't matter. That's just to show that next gen, you're not going to see that passion like custom consoles. And you're not going to see that.
You might see it at the start. They give them a little flack, right? You might see it in the start. They might put on the veil that they care. They do this every time. You get it out the door. They'll put on the veil. But then you'll see once it hits the market, once those numbers come in, let's say Sony just mops the floor with like they did in this generation again, you see the same bullshit attitude, the same regurgitated shit. Oh, we're not going to give sales numbers. We don't care about sales.
They're not going to.
It's all about how we do in our services. And it's like, listen, I don't need to hear that shit from you. If that's the case, what the fuck are you doing in the console war anyway? Just become a third-party fucking publisher. Make your money and go about your day. That seems like that's what they want, right? We broke that down numerous times. That's pretty much what they want. You want to be a third-party publisher? Be a third-party publisher. That's it.
Yeah.
There's one thing I want to say to anybody that's listening to this now or listen to this later on and got this far in the video, in the stream, in the podcast, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to tell you right now, this ain't no bashing section. We are concerned because we wanted to see certain things. As you hear us talking about Gears of War, that's the one thing we wanted to see, okay, that we didn't get nothing for. It's not a bashing session. It's a session where, once again, you let down the consumer.
Exactly.
This is what we're talking about, how they let down the consumer. It's not, we're not bashing them. We're telling them no, because Ryan, every time we do something or say something, it's like,
I know there's gonna be that one. There's gonna be that one little keyboard warrior, motherfucker, Cheeto stains all over him, going, "Oh, you just hate my piece of plastic." It's like, no, we don't, we don't.
It's just being honest, man. People just want to put some fake ass. We being honest. If you want to be in your own delusional little world, thinking everything is okay, it's not. You cannot say Microsoft have put in some bangers. You cannot say that, man.
Yeah, look at the fucking look at this generation in a nutshell, right? In terms of the lies, the amount of lies that came out in 2013. Dude sitting there going, "Oh, Microsoft didn't mean what they meant." You know what I'm saying? You have full control over your games. They're not going to take away or dictate how you play with the DRM. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's already been broken down. Lies starting from there to now, where we're just lying about fucking Microsoft's gonna come out with this unbelievable news and shit. Like, come on, man. This shit needs to stop. Stop making excuses for this fucking company. This company does not care. They're incompetent. They really cared about your time and effort. They would have fucking shown you by now.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to change one thing. We can't say Microsoft. We got to say the Xbox division. Because when it comes to Microsoft, when it comes to the other stuff they do for computers and all that shit, the cloud and all that, that goes everywhere. They take care of their customers. The problem is the Xbox division don't take care of their customers.
Yeah. And look, Phil Spencer said two things. We are committed to PC gaming. He said that. And another thing, how's that Game Pass on PC that have different games, like different type of exclusive games over there? Like, I don't. What's up with that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how you see what I'm talking about in the concerns? Like this man saying, "Oh, PC, streaming, cloud." Like, yo, like we don't care about cloud.
I don't care about half this shit, you know. And this is where it gets okay. So Zach Bell at the comment right now. I don't know if y'all remember this at this year's E3, but unfortunately, the answer to that question, Zach, is yes. There was an update on Sea of Thieves. They announced Sea of Thieves were getting more content on the fucking stage. And then they showed off another fucking controller.
Yep.
So I want you to tell me who matters in the long run here. Are they even catering to hardcore developers or hardcore gamers? Come on, think about it.
No,
They even announced they're purchasing another studio at E3 this year. And mind you, we didn't see shit from the new studios. Mind you, we didn't even get so much as a title card for the new studios.
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. It's just
you know what? Actually, I'm getting a headache talking about Microsoft.
Ninja Theory. Oh, doesn't mean that's the last point. Ninja Theory, right? The guys behind what? Hellblade, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did you expect from this year's E3 from Ninja Theory? What game were you expecting to be shown from Ninja Theory?
New game, a new IP.
Either a new IP or what? Hellblade? Again, right?
Yeah, something like that. Pretty much.
What did they show you? A fucking multiplayer game.
Multiplayer game.
That nobody cares about. It's like, what did you buy this company for?
Yeah, it's like I'm not saying that you cannot try new things, Ryan, but I'm gonna be honest, man. This game is just Ninja Theory. Stay away from that. Keep doing what you do best. Single player games, that's what you do best. Slack and Slash. Because I heard, Ryan, that this game was supposed to be big, like 4-player co-op, big bosses in a sci-fiction world. Well, I'm like, okay, cool. It has like a very nice story. That's what I heard. That game was supposed to be bleeding edge. But now when I saw it, I'm like, golly, this looks trash, man. Completely the complete opposite from what I heard.
You want to add a little more insult to this?
Damn, man.
A little more insult to this, Matador. You remember in the RGT podcast, I think it was episode 40, when Nancy was on, we talked about Game Pass. I brought up the possibility of that shit being combined with Xbox Live.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah,
remember that shit? They did that shit literally at E3. And it's funny, but when I said that, how many motherfuckers was attacking me in the comment section?
Oh, a lot of people. They were attacking
a lot of people, right? Bro, the dislikes was going through the roof. Motherfuckers like, oh, you fucking suck. Fuck this podcast. Y'all lying. As soon as this shit got announced, I gained like 14 fucking followers. Like, gee, I wonder why.
Well, see, you know how many times that's happened to me? Like they'll tell me I'm full of shit when I said shit back, like when I first started doing YouTube, and I was like, watch, it's going to come to fruition, and it always did. And then you got more followers. Before that, people were hitting that dislike button and not following you or doing whatever. And it all of a sudden now people are on board. They're like, oh shit. Wow.
Damn, man. You called it. I'm like, yeah, but if I remember correctly, a few months ago, I was a fanboy toxic, because I said that. I'm like, no, it's going to fucking happen regardless.
People don't get that.
But it's going to happen regardless.
Yeah. All right. I got one other topic, and then we'll open the floor because I think Ace wants to talk about some stuff too. So I got one more topic I want to talk about. It's real quick. It's real quick. You guys could probably laugh your ass off, and I know somebody in chat gonna get mad, but that's okay. It's whatever. But quick topic: Google Stadia selling games that you can stream for $60 a piece. Okay.
Ah,
For the record, I hope Stadia bombs, and I hope it fails, and I hope all the people that are dumb enough to support Google gets the worst at the end. Okay, all just so they won't fuck with Google anymore. That's why they get fucked, so they won't fuck with Google no more. Like I said in the beginning of the show, this is a company that tells its own customers what's best for them. Okay, how do you think that's going to translate in the gaming world, people? How do you think it's going to translate?
Well,
You're gonna
first of all,
wait, let me finish. I'm almost done. I said it was short. And streaming at that. Not even games you physically own for retail price. Nope, not at all. You know what you can kiss, right? That's it. Like I said, I'm trying not to cuss too much, but that's it. So you guys give me your thoughts on what you think of this stupid Stadia thing, and especially after Google's taken down Google Hangouts, and then they want to do this and tell you what's best for you. Go ahead, take it back, guys.
one word.
Okay, good.
Trash. And
God damn, I'm not doing my ear. Woo!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, but nah, man, this is trash, man. Trash. You won't go on that game on your own little world. Like, oh, I had the game, but not really. Like, you don't have no. That's crazy, man. And look, I've said this before already. I hope Stadia bombs. I hope it freaking fails. I hope it only lasts maybe for a month. And I'm serious, man. Like, I don't like this streaming shit. I don't want to see gaming going to that direction. Like, fuck all that, man. I like my hard copy, digital, and all that shit.
Here's
For
another
real.
question. You just
sorry.
made me think of something before you and Ace go. You just made me think of something. Here's the thing: when it bombs, right? You just bought like 10 games at retail price, right? $60 a piece, plus their service. And 2 months later, they go out of business, and you can't play those games.
No, not only that shit. No, it's not only that. I could have sworn we talked about this in 2013, right? This is the sad part. I could have sworn all digital games meant discounts, right? All games would not be full retail. Could have sworn games would be retail, not half off and shit. So the fact that you're paying full price for games, mind you, there's no guarantee you're gonna get the quality because again, it's a matter of you with your internet. Just shows how fucking stupid this is. And dudes want to say that this is going to be the norm, right? This is going to replace consoles. Let me tell you something. I don't care how good you think your internet is. You ain't running no 4K right now on no fucking internet. Not with today's internet. You're not doing that shit.
Nope.
Even if they did do some miraculous shit and got you
What was that? What was that?
This shit is going to die 1,000 deaths. They just put the nail in the coffin with that announcement. And
$60.
I'm pretty sure they didn't say that beforehand when they announced Stadia because they knew if they have dropped that right there, it would have been over. No one would have pre-ordered that shit. But now, after them hearing this, it's over. Who in the right head of mind is going to put $60 for the game and then a few dollars for the subscription and then pay for the console and you're streaming it? Come on.
Yeah.
You must be literally mental to do so.
Now you see why this shit is what $160, right? It's $160 the bundle, something like that. So you get the controller, the Chromecast, which nobody fucking uses in today's time, and then you get the fucking paper that says, yeah, you get 3 bumps, right? The little code. But again, now you know why this shit's $160 because they're gonna make bank if you're dumb enough to buy this shit and get into this because you're gonna be paying $60 for retail price for these fucking games on this service. And again, not a single one of these games has been field tested yet, and people are already jumping with joy over this.
Just let you know, Thrash Link is coming.
But the shit has not been field tested.
See, that's the other thing. You're
Has
right.
something out there.
What's that? What's up, man?
Trash want a link. He got something to say.
I know.
Okay.
I answered him already.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, that's okay. But I appreciate you looking and paying attention to the chat. Thank you so much. In case I missed it, thank you, Ace. I appreciate that. But no, I mean, these people don't get it. There's enough shit going on right now in gaming without, like you said, Ryan. I mean, there's nothing on this shit already.
Nothing. They did announce. I will give them props. They did announce that they will have their own exclusives, and that's fine. I mean, cool for them. But again, it's going to come down to us in the field testing.
What kind of exclusives? I mean,
yeah, I know what I'm saying. They claim they're going to have their own shit, their own developers, their own thing going on. They even announced that they're going to be supporting indie devs, right? They said this at the reveal of this. So obviously they're going to have support, but again, even with that, you still got this service has not been field tested.
I got a question. Do we got stickmen in it? Stickmen, you got a stickman, like the first person you got to draw as a kid. You draw a stick person.
Oh, God.
People are gonna have in the game.
What the hell is she talking about?
When you first learned how to draw as a kid.
No, I was saying, what the hell is she talking about? I didn't think back, like, okay, but no. They just, I don't know. I'm not sold on this shit.
See, that's the thing. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have that. But you ain't showing nothing. You ain't showing us what it's gonna look like, how it's gonna run, whatever's happening. You're out here boasting shit that you ain't giving us, any information on. That's why I said, after what they did with fucking Google Hangouts, which is bullshit. Okay, now I don't care. My shit's going up on YouTube no matter what. I don't care. But they keep forcing shit down people's throats, and they take away the shit that we like and try to give us shit we don't want, which is, similar to what Microsoft is doing. They take away the shit we want and give us shit we don't want.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Thrash?
Just sad, man.
Hey, what's up with it, y'all?
What's cracking? Not much. I figured you want to talk about either this subject or other subjects. So go ahead. I'm going to give you the floor.
It was Stadia. I think as far as the Stadia goes, I've been thinking long and hard about the Stadia.
Okay.
Right? And it's not. I think we're making a mistake of thinking that it's actually for us. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's for us. I think it is it's for us, but it's not for us. What I mean by that is, what's the biggest problem on YouTube? I think the biggest problem on YouTube is monetization issues, right? You can get demonetized for shit reasons. Mm-hmm. Some of the biggest channels on YouTube are getting demonetized for playing a game that has violence in it, that has kind of cussing in it, and some kind of bullshit in it. And they're going to use Stadia to attract the big time gamers on YouTube to help sell it and to help with and use ad revenue, give them protection from getting demonetized through the Stadia. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at what the Stadia is launching with, it's launching with some of the most violent games out right now. Assassin's Creed, fucking Doom, all these games that people get demonetized, big giant channels get demonetized for, usually would get their shit demonetized for that type of game. So they wouldn't play it because why if it's going to get you demonetized?
Gotcha.
So a lot of these people are going to Twitch and using their gameplay through Twitch. And this is a way that they can make it to where those players, the PewDiePie, that's why they had the fucking Matt Pat at their announcement. Why? You know what I'm saying? And they were talking about how we can have the Stadia players play with their fans and all that. How are they gonna play with somebody on Doom? Like, why would they use Doom through Stadia if it's just gonna get them demonetized? They're not gonna work for free. And that's the biggest market for free marketing for these gaming companies. Is YouTube. It's us. We talk about them more than any commercial, or we rarely see commercials for any game. You know what I'm saying? And we are the commercials. The most people watch us. You got people like PewDiePie who get 6-7 million views on just playing some goddamn PUBG and some shit and saying nigger and live on motherfucking thing. Just they're finding a way to get around the whole ad revenue thing and use ad revenue to get these companies to jump on. And when you think about it, they're going to compete with Sony, Microsoft, and all them because their game's not going to be on the Stadia. So Sony will suffer because you're going to be have the people, them big channels playing The Last of Us. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to have, plenty of people playing some Squirrel game or Minecraft or Fortnite and all these games that are, not too violent to where they won't get demonetized. Those violent games can now be played by these giant channels and they can still make money and get guaranteed money. They can say, hey, you with Stadia? Okay, we'll make sure that you get all the ad revenue that you need. You won't get demonetized because we're only going to choose the people, the ads who don't mind having.
Oh, you're butting out. You're butting out a little bit.
No.
Can I make a point?
Yeah. My
Okay.
question is, my question is real quick. Are they threatening people who get monetized that if you don't use or promote our shit, that we're not going to make sure you don't get no money? That's a threat. That's
No.
but that's what it sounds like. And you're butting out again.
Wait, you're butting a lot.
Yeah, check your stuff, Thresh. You're butting a lot.
Okay, so I need to jump in a little bit, and
Go
this
ahead.
is super important. I'm going to post a link. This is the link. It's a video made by Game Theory. I don't know if you people know Game Theory. It's a very good YouTube channel. And the person in the video made a very good point that YouTube is killing the gaming industry, and it's all about monetization and how it goes. And that's why he actually said that Stadia is not going to succeed because of this issue. Because I don't think Stadia can make it like so that they get to put out content that doesn't get monetized, while on YouTube it gets monetized. Because what you're going to stream, if you want to stream it on YouTube or whatever, it's going to get monetized nonetheless because it's on YouTube. So unless YouTube, Google, have thought about actually getting rid of monetization and thinking that the revenue that is going to come from Stadia is enough to counter the revenue that is going to be lost if they remove the monetization. So yeah, we will see what will happen then. And you're botting a lot.
You're still botting real bad. This is worse than before.
Yeah. Help.
Yeah, we can't hear you. You're botting so bad. We can't even get one word. We can't hear one word.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't know if you're not home because it sounded like you were driving. So if you're driving, maybe it's the area you're in.
Yeah, if I met you talking about Discord, which is funny as hell. You notice that?
So say that again?
Nice. You notice how Meds always bring up Discord for that particular reason?
Yeah. No. Well, that's what I said in the video, in the stream, in the podcast, whatever you want to call it, because people call it different things. I call it podcast, but they call it everything. Is that I will be switching over.
Yeah.
To Discord with OBS because you have to. I mean, if because I still want to put my shit on YouTube, but that's the only way I'm going to be able to do that and live stream. So I will be switching over. When it happens, I'll be switching over. I'll do some test runs. No, I'm working on it. No, I'm working on it. And then I want to do a couple test runs.
Yeah, we got ours set up for everything. So.
Okay. No, I didn't get it set up completely yet. I just made the announcement today that I'm going to work on that. it's a shame that this is the way it's got to be. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, things don't last forever. I say.
No, I don't. So I want to ask, because I don't know if King Thresh probably working on his stuff or maybe pop back in here, but does anybody have any topics that I know Ace, you mentioned something earlier that you had a
Yeah.
topic you want to bring up. So go ahead and bring it up.
Okay, so who is in for loot boxes or mystery boxes or surprise boxes? That's what EA is
You mean
naming them.
surprise mechanics?
Surprise
Not
mechanics.
not me.
Yeah, that I'm so happy I live in the country where I live in, where they actually were one of the first that actually banned loot boxes flat out. Like you can't buy loot boxes here in where I live, and it's very, 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 very great. And I hope that other countries follow. And this is all and this is what even Phil Spencer was defending. He was defending loot boxes, and Activision was doing so. EA, of course, was doing so. And yeah, I really think the gaming industry, mainly the corporate side, is in in a very rude awakening that um, I really believe we could expect another gaming crash. And if the government doesn't interfere, we could expect a gaming crash, and it's all on us, not us like the hardcore gamers, because we don't support this shit, but the casuals, and they don't. I don't know if they know better, but they surely are doing everything they can to make it worse. That's why I am so glad that EA is getting exposed. Even Phil Spencer is getting exposed. And if Sony was supporting loot boxes, I would be the first to call Sony out on this, because we all should be united against loot boxes. It should never be okay to do so. Having loot boxes in a $60 game.
You know what also should be allowed in a $60
Yeah.
game where they hide behind those paywalls and they'll ask you to buy stuff for it, or buy downloadable content when it's already on the disc.
Oh yeah, but also what you also know, not sure who, but a country is trying to introduce a new bill where you can't launch a game normally and then add later loot boxes. They want to protect the citizen from that, like how Call of Duty does that, or how Bethesda does that, how they promise no loot boxes, and when they release the game and it sells well and all already pre-ordered and so on and so on and so on, then they add loot boxes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we really need to to prevent this from happening, because these companies are killing our industry, but they also are killing our developers. Look at developers such as Bethesda, the All Almighty Bethesda, how it went from Bethesda, the All Almighty, to now Bethesda trash. So yeah, let's hope they do something about it, because it can't go on like this any longer.
No, I agree. I agree. Does anybody else have any topics they want to bring up?
Um, Sony confirmed that they looking to buy new studios,
Yeah.
and I'm very happy for that. Like, hopefully, they grab like studios like Blue Point. I think that would be a nice
No,
pickup.
What did Blue Point make then? I've been hearing about Blue Point, but I
They made,
forgot what they made.
they made a great remake.
they made
Yeah,
Oh, what?
they make
the Last Guardian.
remakes. They made The Last Guardian.
Made the Last Guardian
Uh,
remake.
Oh yeah, then I'm
Oh, he
totally
made it back.
behind that.
You You made it back.
I'm behind that son.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm in Compton right now, so I'm like in the hood and shit. So
Well, I said you were probably in an area where your connection, because it sounded like you were driving or moving around, so I figured you were in an area where your connection went out.
yeah, I'm on the freeway now, so it should be better.
What
Okay.
what
I'm out of Compton.
what studios do you guys think Sony should buy?
None of them.
None
Not
of them.
one. If they're gonna buy anybody, it should be Insomniac, and that's about it.
But they
I mean-
don't want to, man. I don't know why they don't want to join. I know Sony
I
wants to.
don't know why Insomniac doesn't
No,
want
they want
to
their
get
freedom. They want freedom. But if they're buying old studios with people with old minds, like who they gonna buy? What games they got that's better than theirs?
Yeah.
They've been built. They announced I think 2 years ago that they were building like 2 studios. That's good enough for me. They don't need to do with Microsoft and pick up some company for what? I mean, nobody's putting out shit better than them. Bluepoint would be a good pickup because they basically already
I'll
work.
say Remedy.
But
Probably.
Yeah.
I just don't Remedy. Remedy
Nah,
is
it'd be a breath
third
of
party.
fresh air. If you,
Remedy is a
well,
third party motherfucker. They should stay third.
no, I'm
party.
saying it'd be a
They're
breath
not
of
putting
fresh
out
air,
good
kind of like the PS2 era. We get Max Payne back.
Max Payne, right? I know everybody loves Max
I'll
Payne.
say you hate on Max
As
Payne.
do I.
I don't know what to say.
As do I. But I mean, I don't see that making them better. I
No.
don't see them picking up Remedy, making them as a brand better. I mean, who they gonna pick up that's gonna make them better?
No, I mean, I
I don't see Alan Wake standing next to fucking God of War, and Uncharted, and Spider-Man, and Ghost of Tsushima. I don't. If anybody pick up Kojima Studios, if anybody,
no,
but I don't see them.
No, but
Don't pick up an American studio.
No, but Remedy,
No.
if Sony give them the budget, the resources, and I think Sony can take Remedy to the next level. Because so let's be honest, they don't have that much.
No,
Remedy.
we can be honest. Let's be honest. Money gets you nowhere. Power gets you nowhere. Only talent. If you're talented enough, you can handle that shit. But if you're talented enough, no matter how long you get,
help, botting.
all these assets and
Repeat yourself because you were botting.
I said you see Microsoft picking up these studios.
You're botting.
You're botting. You're botting.
He's coming out with bad game.
Yeah, you're botting real bad.
As God
You're
bless
botting heavy.
y'all.
You're ready at dawn.
Oh, Ready that would be a nice pickup. Ready that would be a nice.
I'm
I
not sure though. I don't know. Well, what were they? They made a third party game last, but I'm not sure if
I
they'll
like that weird shit.
want to be bought. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
Even though they're
I don't
spending
think
on
they-
that
I
damn
think they gonna-
Order 1886 IP, which I really want a sequel to. So
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it or I never played it? You would expect Sony to put it at games for PSN Plus by now.
Did
Because
Sony announce this?
What?
What?
What was that? What was
Did
that,
they announce
Chris?
this, or it's like a rumor? Did Sony announce this, or is this a rumor?
No, they announced it. They
No, they
confirmed
announced
it.
that they
They
doubled
confirmed
down.
They
This is
confirmed it. Right?
confirmed. Go ahead.
That's weird. I wonder who then. I wonder who.
Jim Ryan, he was in the interview, and he pretty much said that they're looking forward to add new studios. Like they want to, because like I said, exclusive. They want to push more exclusive next gen, and they want to go more. They feel they might need more, like maybe 2 more studios so they can reach the type of exclusive they want to put. I think that's could be the reason why they want to do that. Because remember, they also do VR games. You also need to remember that. So like London Studios, huh?
So I'm playing Tekken and trying to do
Or
some
do you think it's because of
I don't
Microsoft?
really care about button press.
Do you think it's because of Microsoft? Like how Sony will look bad because Microsoft is there buying studios left and right, while people is not focusing on that Microsoft studios are all about AA titles, not AAA, while Sony want to buy studios that will produce AAA title.
Yeah, like,
But the question goes then: does Sony need new studios? Yes or no?
no, but it's not about Microsoft because Microsoft, you said, they buying kind of small studios because they want to fit that Game Pass thing. You know what I mean? They don't want to
Yeah.
spend too much money like that making games. Sony, on the other hand, like I said, Sony knows because they said they want to push BR2. They want to also buy studios that, London studios, Japan studios. They kind of do mostly VR games, which I want Japan studios to stay away from that and do a big JRPG, something big like Final Fantasy, something like that.
Can
And
you
I think
imagine
Sony,
Sony buying FromSoft?
from what?
From Software.
No, they're not. That's not going to happen.
Nah, from
Software,
software.
So you think
they
they're gonna
already
buy an American?
somebody only owned
Yeah, they're
them.
not
Somebody
from
owned them already. So I forgot the name, some Japanese, whatever. I forgot who, but they already got an owner, so that's not going to happen. Like CD Projekt Red from Software, those guys, like those big, they're not going to get bought. Those
they're not-
guys,
yeah.
they good. They good.
Rockstar's not going anywhere, which I don't know why people even believe that rumor, but they're
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
You know how much money Sony will
Sony
have
will go
to pay
third
for?
party.
Yeah.
It's not if they buy a company, it's not going to be a big time company. Man. I mean,
No,
otherwise
no.
they would have to go third party to get the worth that they bought it for. I said the same thing about Microsoft. I'm saying the same thing about PlayStation.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they buy a big company, they're gonna have to immediately go third party with that company because if they don't, then they're not getting their money's worth.
No. Something more like maybe
There's a few I think they can buy that can make the pass up easily.
Oh,
If-
like people who made Resogun. I heard they
Yeah,
look into
Resogun was one that was
yeah,
on the
that's what I'm saying.
list.
A small team.
That's one,
That's
but
what they
that's
gotta have
not
to
really
buy.
AAA. In terms of
Yeah,
AAA, more than likely already at dawn if they're willing to give them the Order 1886 sequel.
I don't even think Sony want them. I mean, Sony can go and cut them off
The
in the
man
first.
side for it. I mean,
Mhm.
We'll see, man.
If anybody, it'll be a Kojima, bro. If
They
anybody.
can.
yeah. Oh, I'm not even sure
Yeah,
they bought
Kojima
Kojima. I know
should
they
be.
own the IP Death Stranding that was already listed, but I'm not even sure they own Kojima Studios.
No, I don't think they own it. I'm saying that's what they would buy. If they were to buy somebody to expand, it'd be the perfect fit for them.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I mean,
Well, hard to
his
say.
studio was new,
It's new,
so
but it's hard to say
it'd
if
be cheaper.
Kojima would sell, especially after the bullshit he just came out with
Yeah,
Konami. So I
yeah,
don't know if he's willing to sell.
true,
Kojima, no.
true.
Sony is
That's
no
true.
Konami.
Yeah, Kojima has found out by making Death Stranding that he could damn near make anything. We're looking at all the studios around him. Sony has funded his whole shit. They gave him the Decima engine. I mean, is it the Decima engine? Yeah, I
It's
think it's called
that's
Decima.
Yeah.
because
They gave him the
he
Decima.
tweeted for Horizon.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so they saved him millions of dollars to use that engine.
Yeah.
And it's like they, on top of that, they're giving him all the support, all the marketing, whatever he needs. They gave it to him. They catering to him. He already got a relationship with him. He's Japanese. Why not take the back? You know, not Konami. They historically are not Konami. They historically have let people do what they wanted to do. Why not? Why risk yourself?
No, but like people from
Yeah.
Guerrilla Games went from to help him out. Like some of the Guerrilla guys went to help him out with the game. Like that's how close.
Yeah.
Kojima is, especially with Guerrilla. Like they are that close, and I'm not gonna lie, man. Like don't be surprised if that happened. I mean, he don't have to. I mean, he can. Maybe he want his freedom, but if that
Actually, they
happens,
have
don't be
to.
surprised.
Actually, they have to because
If I bet my
if,
money, oh my bad, go ahead.
if Sony doesn't buy Kojima and Kojima put Death Stranding on PC, it's actually a big blow for Sony, in my opinion, because Death
Well,
Stranding have lots of hype behind it, and Kojima is one of the guys that actually gets respected and have a name value a lot. So if Sony doesn't buy Kojima, it's actually a very bad move in my opinion.
But we'll
Right,
see.
go,
yeah,
go ahead,
I mean,
Thrash. Oh, wait, Thrash, hold on
I
a
think
second. You're
they're
butting
like
again.
My bad.
everybody's
No.
like talking like botting
No,
out
no.
and shit.
Yeah, you're butting out again. I don't know
Yeah.
where you are on the freeway, but you're butting out again. So let's see
All
if we
right,
can get to.
I'll wait. Go ahead.
No. That sounded better. Try it again. Thrash.
Did it? All right. I'll wait though. I'll wait though. I'm almost at the house. So.
All right, that's good. Well, you sound better now. You sound perfect now. But all right, we'll wait until you get to the house. All right. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know, all this shit. I mean, with buying studios. But I think, you know, Sony, even if they don't own the studio, I think they actually have good relationships with these people enough to where they're not just gonna throw their shit anywhere. Unless they have
No,
a big,
look at
unless they
sorry for interrupting you, but you're actually a little bit wrong on this. Look what happened with Detroit, because they have a good relationship,
yeah, but
and
maybe
up to but
maybe they had an agreement with them that they could do that. See,
and
Sony's not a company that goes in blind. They may have an
that was
agreement.
the wrong
Okay,
move on Sony part. Again with Detroit, losing Detroit as an exclusive, that was the wrong move from Sony. But that again, my opinion. I see exclusive not just as something to brag about, but rather more as value. It gives your platform value. If you can play Detroit on PC or Xbox, then why should I buy a PlayStation to play Detroit? That's how I see it. And also, PC runs Detroit way better than PS4 because, of course, PC have more power and so on and so on. That's why the biggest mistake Sony can make is either losing their exclusive or putting their exclusive day one or even the next year on on PS Now, which actually becomes then PC. Because everything you put on PS Now, you can actually play on PC. I know you need to have an PlayStation account, but at the end, it's on PC. So there's
all
that.
right. But one thing you gotta understand, Sony is a person that caters to everybody as best they can. So even if it's a timed exclusive, I'm sure they set that up ahead of time. Being 1 year on PlayStation before it goes to PlayStation Now for PC people to play, that's a long time for them to recoup a lot of money. Because when they come out with an exclusive, Sony does, look at what they do in a week, let alone a year. So a timed exclusive is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all.
No, it's not.
It's
Look at
not
Nier.
because, yeah, you give it a year, but look what Sony sells games at in a week, a month. So they probably don't even need to do a year. They could do 6 months and still get all those sales. I mean, what they do, like the minimum they get on a good game is a 10 million. The minimum. Come on. I mean, and if they do a time exclusive and put it over there, it's okay because the people who really wanted it within that time is going to already get it. The main gamers, the big gamers, they're going to actually do it right. So for them, after waiting a year to put it on PlayStation Now, a year is a long time when it comes to a game and gaming. That's like, wow. I mean,
Hey,
that's
you
just a
don't
long
know
time.
PC fans, they're willing to wait.
They are.
PC fans, they legit willing to wait.
Final Fantasy VII Remake. That game is going to be a pure example. Even though it's time exclusive, that game is going to do that a lot of numbers. So you'll see,
So
man.
how
That
long
game
is this time
right.
exclusive? Or was it a year exclusive? That's what it is right now.
I think it is 1 year. I
I
believe.
didn't
Is it
even know it was
confirmed?
timed.
Is
I
it
thought it was legit
confirmed
exclusive because they
or
never. I don't think they advertised as such.
I don't know
All right,
about.
wait a second. Everybody's talking at one time. I didn't understand a word Ron said or A said.
Oh,
is
sorry.
it confirmed that it's a year exclusive? I haven't heard anything confirmed about that.
You just said after a year if they put it there. So I just went by what you said. I was just basing my statement off of
Oh,
what.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't say. No, I didn't say that that's what it was. I said you said after a year if they put it over there, it may be a bad move. No, because they could make their money back with the way Sony sells games in a week to a month. So a year is a long time when it comes to gaming. But Ryan, what were you saying?
Oh no, we talking about the Final Fantasy. I asked him, was that legit exclusive? Because I don't remember hearing it that it was timed.
Yeah, I mean, it is right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it will be a 1 year, but I'm gonna keep it funky. No offense to the Xbox. That game barely is gonna sell on the Xbox. Like, I'm just gonna be straight honest. It's people. It's gonna be a 1 year, and people. I don't think guys are gonna wait a year to play that game because that's a lot of hype.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the Wii U with that Batman Arkham. You remember that? Like,
yeah,
ain't nobody gonna wait for that shit.
Yeah, man, and it is what it is, man. And people say, "Oh, I'm time exclusive, but dumb." No, man, no, it's not. Maybe for you think, but that sell consoles, that move consoles, that time exclusive, can help you sell consoles, and it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Most times I've seen timed exclusive, they were like 6 months. Am I right? Yeah. Most times I've seen it was like 6 month time exclusives.
Pretty much. Similar year.
What were you saying? You're butting again. Come on, Thrash. Stop butting. I hear what you have to say. Stop butting.
Never mind.
All right, go ahead.
Fucking Christ. This is a ridiculous combo to pull off. There we go.
What happened, Ryan?
No, I was going to do that damn combo for Paul like you fucking.
Oh. Well, I'm thinking you're saying something interesting. Stop talking about your combos over there.
I'm sorry, shit. I'm just fuck
combos.
No, because I actually thought you were talking about. I thought you said comment that someone's making a comment, and you're talking about combo. Be quiet. Be quiet.
No,
right,
no.
Go ahead, Thrash. What were you saying?
Oh no, I'm almost at the house. I was laughing at his combos comment.
Oh. No, you sound better now. Now you sound good. One thing I want you to comment on that I made earlier, Thrash, when you get there is about Remedy getting their IP back for Alan Wake and shit. I want to know your thoughts on that, and if you think it's coming to Sony.
It's already on It's already on PC, right?
Yeah, it's on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll come to Sony and the Switch next.
No, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to go to Switch. I think I saw that that Yoshida had a meeting with them over at Remedy. Okay, and I think I don't know if they're going to try to acquire Remedy, and do that. Or they're making an agreement to put a remaster on PlayStation and then do a sequel on PlayStation.
Well, I think they'll do a sequel. I don't think they're going to get bought, but I think that they're going to they'll do a sequel on all consoles, and they'll do a HD remake on the PS4 of 1 and 2. I think they got 2. No, 1. They only got 1, right? They got 1 like a DLC chapter or some shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I understand. Yeah, I don't think it's nothing too major. I mean, Microsoft let it go because they are no longer going for the first party big time story games. They want to sell Game Pass. They don't really care about selling anything else but Game Pass. So they just let that go, and then they took the rights to it, and that's it.
I think the other reason they let it go was because it's not a multiplayer game. It's not multiplayer, and they're trying to focus more on multiplayer than story-driven games.
Right, exactly right.
Okay. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah, to me, it wasn't a big deal. I was like, this type of thing happens all the time. And when I say all the time, I mean all the time. I mean, it happens a lot. So it's not too big, but I know it's Remedy and then Sony talking to them, so it seems like something. But, I mean, if anything, they're talking to them about putting Alan Wake, or maybe it was something about Control for all we know. I mean, they could have been talking about how handsome I am. Like, we don't know what they're talking about. It's just things just happen when they happen. I'll wait and see. But I believe that Alan Wake will come to the PlayStation as an HD remake, and they might do. They wanted to do a sequel, so I'm pretty sure they'll do a sequel and put it on the PlayStation and Xbox and wherever
Okay.
else.
I don't know. After after Xbox holding their tying their hands to making a sequel, I don't know if they'll put it on Xbox if they do a sequel, because Xbox tied their hand. Xbox said they didn't want a sequel when they own the IP. So I don't think they'll do that. Personally, and after hearing about him and talking to Yoshida and them doing a thumbs up or peace sign, whatever it was, I have a feeling that they may be doing something different and maybe do a remaster on PlayStation 4 and then maybe do a sequel on the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. My boy Yoshida going around the world, getting deals done. That's what you do, man. That's what you put on Twitter. See, if you ain't upset,
Oh,
you want to
okay.
put something on Twitter, that's
Oh,
what
that's better.
showing that you working. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, the way I see, I mean, Yoshida been working. I mean, Yoshida is the guy who said that we still have games with the PS4 we ain't shown yet. You know what I'm saying? And they did have some games with PS. Like the guy, he's always working. He just don't need to tell you that he's working. Anytime somebody tell you they working, they ain't working. You know.
But the thing is, we don't. He don't have to tell us. We see it because the proof is in the pudding. We got games.
Yeah, like why would a? That's why I trip off of Phil Spencer. I'm like, why would somebody brag about themselves making games when it's their job to do it in the first place? Like, why are we? Oh, I bought this studio. Look at me, nigga. That's your job. What that got to do with me?
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like, where your games at? Like, why do I got to worry about? You bought some studios, so now 3 years from now we can expect the game. Like, it's just.
Well, it's like Thrash. I agree with you saying. Here's another example. It's like somebody who brags that they're the best fighter and they're this and they're that when they're on the keyboard, but get them in person and see if they get their ass whooped.
Right. Exactly.
When you brag about yourself, and I'm being funny, it's like people who brag about, getting ass and they never had a woman in their life.
In their life. You can tell by their voice, though.
I've
heard a couple of them.
I got all this. I get this all the time. I have this, I have that. And they ain't got shit. So I mean, it's a you could use a lot of those things. Anybody who constantly brags about anything to do with anything, usually it's false.
Usually, well, I mean, I brag about Tekken, and we all know who the master is. But still, there are people who. I'm at home, so I can really joke. I'm just fucking around, but you're right though. Like when people do brag about shit and they continuously brag about shit, it's just. I mean, I was on Next Gen's podcast yesterday, talking to I was at work too, man. But that nigga Post was on that same shit. Post down, yeah. You see how I Post downed him, and he was just talking that shit like, oh, Sony bent the knee to Microsoft and they using their Azure servers because Microsoft's the best. And I'm like, bro, do you realize that you're saying that Microsoft is keeping PlayStation on top? That's what you're telling us right now.
Right.
Microsoft is keeping PlayStation on top. So I don't understand. Like the console wars have gone too far to where you are blind to what's truly happening. If Microsoft wanted to be the best, they would never let Sony. They'll hang up the phone. Like we got these servers cracking. Fuck you. Bam, hang up. Like we gonna outsell you. Fuck your shit. No, what they do? They sat there and was like, "Yep. Oh, you need help with this, Sony? You're beating us, but do you need help with it? Okay." Here, let me keep you on top. That's what they did, and Xbox dudes bragged about it.
But Thrash, you know what these Xbox dudes don't realize? When it comes to servers and the cloud and all that, that's a separate division from the Xbox division. They're going to give that to anybody that's going to need it. It don't matter whether you're a gaming company or anybody. That's how dumb these people are. That's how stupid they are. They don't even get that shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The console war is blinding people too much to where they're not paying attention to what's going on around them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Microsoft a third-party company. I'm not even like y'all said earlier. Are we not bashing? I'm not bashing you. I mean, I don't think Microsoft needs to be bashed. It's more. I want to talk to the Xbox gamers who don't see, or I want to let Microsoft hear me say, "Hey, we see what you're doing, and we don't like this." If we sit there and be quiet, it's just going to be the same thing over and over again, like NBA 2K is. to where them NBA 2K fans didn't complain about pay to win, and therefore it's still pay to win, and they haven't upgraded that game in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
How is the server still bad? How come there's so much lag on the servers still? Why are you making so much money? How come these aren't on dedicated servers or something? You know, how come my point guard can grab more rebounds offensively than my motherfucking center that's over there blocking him out? I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, man, it's like we sitting here and they're taking advantage of us by doing less in their games and just giving you a reason to spend more money to feel invested in these games. And it's not good. And it goes for all companies. It's just not my fault that Sony hasn't taken that route to the max. They've done it, but they haven't taken it to the route to where it's affecting games. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft pushing these services and this and another. It's just crazy. It's looking left and right. It's just crazy. My bad. What you finna say, bro?
No, but Trash, look, Post Down got me rolling yesterday when he said, and he keeps saying this, man. I don't know what he's getting proof. I want to see links, okay? I want to see some proof. They saying that Sony is going to put the games down date, you know, like Microsoft is doing Game Pass, putting the games on day one. Why he keeps saying that? But he got proof, some type of links that we don't know. I want to see this.
He's saying it because he knows that it's bad, right? He knows that it's bad, but he wants to judge Sony for it and not Microsoft. Microsoft and Sony are in two different separate companies in two different situations in gaming. That's why Sony said we're going to double down on making hardcore games. Bruh, they're not going to sit there and day and date their hardcore games because they won't sell their consoles. Unlike Microsoft, Microsoft isn't trying to sell their consoles. Obviously, they put all their games day and date on. They are a third-party company official right now. As soon as they put all their games day and date on Steam, Steam is a third-party company. There is now 3 parties in order for you to buy a game from Microsoft if you're on PC. If you're on PC, you can buy every game day and date no matter what.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So they're not trying to sell the consoles because now PC gamers have no reason to buy an Xbox. And if we're looking at Xbox, they sold like 40 million, and that's probably us bumping the number up. While Sony is basically at, I'm in Microsoft. Sony is at 100 million consoles, almost 100 million. I mean, am I right? 100 million. Yeah, 100 million almost consoles.
That sounds like 96.
And it's like, yeah, they're like real close. They're like right there. So it's like, that's such a big gap in between those two. Like, why would Sony leave the number one spot to do what? Be like Microsoft? Why would Sony copy what Microsoft is doing if it's clearly a failure?
Trash. But the thing is, and one thing real quick, that the games are selling, okay? It's not like Microsoft that look what happened to Sunset Overdrive, barely hit sell. It took forever to sell a million. This is what I keep saying to these people. Why God of War is selling 3 million? Look, Sony wants to get 3.3 for 3.3 million for Spider-Man. $60 a pop. That's almost
in 3 days.
Almost $200 million. You think Sony don't want all that money? Do you think Sony don't want all that money?
Yeah, exactly. No,
I don't get it.
Of course they want
that. I just don't get it.
But he gets it, bro. Like, he gets it. Like, and I tell him all the time. I tell people this shit all the time. There's people out here who game, and there's people out here who talk about games. It's a lot of people on YouTube, bro, that just talk about games. Don't give a fuck about gaming. None of that shit. I don't understand the people who get mad at me or anybody else giving criticism about the bad things that Microsoft is doing. They automatically just gotta give them an excuse. Oh well, they're doing this. Oh well, you'll see. You, like I told Post Up yesterday, nigga, you too busy living in the future because the president is so fucked up right now, and it's been fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why every time, wait till E3. Oh, well, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen, bruh. You don't even work for this company. You should be worried about right now, because right now, today in the present, we game. We don't. The future is the company's problem. Right now is the results of what they've given us, and they haven't given you shit, and they're not giving you shit. So why do you keep talking about the future? It's not even about bashing shit. It's just like, nigga, either wake up or you know. I'm starting to call niggas gamer cards, bro. Like, y'all niggas not gamers at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, y'all niggas is not gamers at this point. If we are talking about the same shit that we were talking about 5 years, if you're still making excuses for a company in gaming, when gaming is supposed to be immediate, then you are not a gamer. Because if you were, you would be like, okay, where the fuck are these games at? I'm so hype about Xbox One X. I'm spending $500, and then it launches with Super Lucky Tales and Forza, and you look at yourself like any gamer would be like, what the fuck? What is this? So I got to go back and play my old games because they're cuter. They're not even prettier. They're cuter. Like it's not even a big upgrade. They're just cute now. That's it. You know, like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. And this is what I'm saying, man. Like this guy said, "Oh, but some of the studios have two teams. They work on different projects and shit." And I'm like, okay, do you know are they going to be high quality? Do you know are they going to be good? Do you know? Do you got some sources? Because we don't know. You know what I mean? As the route that Microsoft is going, we don't know if they're going to make some. They're going to put a lot of big money budget to this project.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know, man. It's just that you thinking, assuming all this stuff. We don't know, man. But they Sony, look what the hell Sony have been doing. We can see it. We see what they're doing. They bringing us quality, okay? And when it comes to Microsoft, they're not doing that, yo. Yeah, Gears looks
Microsoft,
you know,
my bad. Go ahead.
Spooky. Like Gears looks great, but it looks spooky. They don't show no gameplay. They're going to wait until almost in the end when they like 2 weeks before to show more gameplay. It's like it looks spooky as hell, man. I'm sorry, it's true.
The way I look at it, man, the Xbox One with all its power, even the Xbox One X with all its power, all the developers they bought and all the developers they had for years that replaced other developers have not surpassed the 360. Nope. Like the PS4 has surpassed the PS3. You can go back and play a PS3 game and be like, damn. Play God of War 3 and then play God of War 4 and you'd be like, damn. Play Uncharted 3, play Uncharted 4, you're going to be like, damn. Play The Last of Us 1 and then just look at a trailer for The Last of Us 2 and it's like, damn. When I look at Halo 4 and then look at Halo 5, I see a cute difference. But I don't see a damn moment. When I see Gears, I see the same exact motherfucking game with fucking nobody. I see the same shit. And it's like you gotta surpass yourself in order to be. You gotta join the next generation. And I'm still waiting for Microsoft to do so. I'm waiting for them to join.
You know what's crazy? You guys were talking about studios, right? And they said we got all these people, like 1,000 people, working on 2 IPs, okay, or whatever. How many people did it take to draw and make Cuphead?
Oh,
4. Like 4.
4 people.
5, I think.
Like 4 or 5.
4 or 5. So don't tell me shit can't be done. Okay, if you allot people to do their job and stop micromanaging and tell people what to do, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get something like a Cuphead or better.
It's not. Right?
It is. Microsoft likes to micromanage people.
Well,
tell them what they want.
Like to push shit that they know sells. That's the whole thing. They don't want to give props or effort towards games they know didn't sell well in the past, which is why they push Gears, Halo, and Forza the most. Those are the main sellers that sell.
Okay,
they're the ones that did marketing the whole Game Pass.
Okay, I got a question. Wait, I got a question. Wait, I got a question. If Halo's, Gears, and Forza are what they're trying to push to sell, then why didn't we see any goddamn gameplay for Gears this year at E3 when it's coming out in less than a month? 2 months.
They have no faith in Halo and Gears.
Because they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. They know they can make. But what I'm saying is they can make trash, put it on Game Pass, and dumbasses will play trash. Just like I said about Battletoads. That was in make how long. I saw the shit for that, and I was like, God damn, what gen is this from? When I was an infant? Give me a goddamn break. That shit it looked terrible. That shit looked terrible for everything that's out there, and they were propping it up. So I mean, Phil was wearing his Battletoads t-shirts and doing all this shit. Come on now. Hey, listen, you know what? I'm going. I'm getting. What was that called? He, my uncle. I'm getting a divorce from that shit. I'm going to court. I'm going to court. He ain't my uncle. He ain't Uncle Phil no more.
It's bad enough for y'all motherfuckers doing the damn.
And you know what he's looking. Wait.
The damn show.
Wait. Before you do that, you know what he's looking like now? He ain't look like Uncle Phil. He's look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Boop. Right in the belly. Whoop.
All I got is,
Like it.
you,
That's what
you
he
know
does
what?
on
We know what
stage.
tripped me out too about
What?
the Xbox shit is like I've challenged a lot cats on Xbox, right? Because they love like, people like to say that you a PlayStation gamer, you a pony,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know about it. No, okay,
Mm-hmm.
let me play. Okay, what game you got? What game you got? Buy it right now. Everyone, big YouTubers, small YouTubers, anybody. I'd be like, run it on Xbox. What you got? I don't care if I never played it before. Run it just to see if they'll run it. Just to see if they'll run it.
Yep.
And they never run it, bro. And it's like, what kind of gaming age do we live in to where gamers don't game? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you're a gamer, you a game. If you're a gamer, game. Podcasting, game at the same moment. Ryan doing it right now.
Uh-huh.
If you're a gamer, then game then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
Problem is,
understand why people can't do that shit. You know
Actually,
what I'm saying?
you guys don't. You're actually right about that. I'm going to say that because when I do my own podcast, right?
Mhm.
I'm game. Sometimes I'm gaming at the same time.
Yeah,
That's why.
same here.
That's why sometimes I stutter over shit because I'm gaming at the
I'm
same
always
time, and I
multitasking.
don't
I
want
gotta
to.
read shit
Yeah.
topic plus fucking other shit inside.
I
So.
mean, yeah, and then you looking at the chat, you're gaming, you're interacting. That's what gaming's about. If you're a real gamer, that's what you do. That's just what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's what I do. I game at the same time. Shit.
I
By the
think
way,
gaming is
wait.
I've been playing Borderlands 2.
1 second. I want to say hi. What's up to Meds and Lincoln Clay? What's up? What's up,
Okay.
cuz?
Get well, brother. Get well. That's all I gotta say. That man right there.
He's got it.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, Lincoln Clay.
he will.
Lincoln Clay.
Lincoln Clay,
Yeah,
one
he
of the
knows what
strongest people I know. He already well. That nigga is one of the strongest people I
he
know.
knows what
I
he's
hope
doing.
that hope that site I linked them helps though. It's called Blue Apron. It's like legit healthy recipes and shit like that. You can help them. So.
Yeah, but for
Titanfall, you're gonna have to put that not promotion thing on this video, nigga.
what? What
You
you
know that
say?
promotion shit you gotta put. Nah, Blue Apron is a good what's the name though. I haven't used it though because I'm a fucking chef. But they do deliver some bomb shit. My neighbor be getting that shit. And my neighbor
Yeah, it's not
can't
even
cook.
cooked. You gotta cook it
So
yourself.
she be
It's
buying
straight
that. She
house.
be getting it from her.
Well, you know
No,
what?
you do, yeah, but she don't know how to proportion shit and everything. She don't know how to do all that.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. The people that don't know how to portion things and cook healthy, that's good for them. That's very good for them because they don't know how to do it. Now, me, I can listen. I can proportion when I want to, and when I don't want to, I'm just eat what the hell I want to eat. But
Yeah,
that's
I
besides the
cheat day.
point. You know what I'm saying? But I do cook with fresh ingredients. Like my vegetables are fresh. They ain't no canned shit. It ain't bullshit. I cook with fresh vegetables, mushrooms. I get, all the right spices that you need. I try to even get them all fresh when I can.
Just remember, this is Trump America. It's all about that Wendy's. So.
Oh please!
Mhm.
He didn't even give that team Wendy's. He gave them fucking McDonald's.
I could have sworn I saw Wendy's like
right.
Yeah, even worse than Wendy. Wendy's would have been a step up. Get them niggas
Uh-huh.
I could have
McDonald's.
sworn I saw Wendy's
OP.
shit. 'Cause they had burgers and shit. I could have sworn I saw
Nah.
No, actually, it was
Nah, he had Big Macs and fries and nuggets. And yeah, that's what he
Yeah,
had.
I seen all that shit. Like, is that like Wendy's?
No, he
I
probably
gotta go
put
back
a
to that video.
commercial. He probably put a commercial up for Wendy's or had some props up there. But he gave those guys fucking McDonald's.
A fucking year supply of
And
McDonald's.
guess
Like,
what happened? Guess what
Damn.
happened? When Obama went in there, he gave him a spread. He didn't order out no fast food. Obama gave him a spread when people came up there.
Damn.
this motherfucker
Yeah, he know what
fired
it
all
is.
the chefs in this bought
Obama know what to do. You know it wasn't Obama. You know it was Michelle, right? You know Obama probably did try to get some McDonald's. Michelle like, nigga, what the fuck? No, we don't do this. Not in my house.
No.
Not in my house. Tim wife not there, so he just like, I don't know how to cook. Just get him some nuggets. Hey, tell me that ain't true. Nigga, motherfucker not in my house. Motherfucker ain't stuff.
No, let me tell you that. No. I mean, no. What I'm saying is that he treated people when they came in there with respect. Okay, unlike what this asshole does. He'll bring him in there and say, "See, I brought you here, so I respect you." No, you don't. You gave him fucking McDonald's. How's that respect? You can't even just get. I hate to say it. Go get some premium cold cuts, some luncheon meat, and put it out. Make subs or whatever. That would be better than fucking McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
A little
Mm-hmm.
tossed, a little salad on the side, a little fruit fruit
See,
bar on the
I'll
side
be
or
happy when he
something.
gets the fuck out the office. I'll be happy one.
You ain't the only one.
Nigga, I would have just.
I want this motherfucker gone. See many brave motherfuckers just all of a sudden materialize because his asshole. No, he has to go.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
I want to
gonna
say
be a
something.
battle, bro. It's gonna be a battle.
Since we're talking
Unfortunately.
about them,
I think Cat Williams said it best. America likes excitement. That's
do you people think the tariff is going to fuck us
Day one.
game is over?
Say that again.
Do you people think the tariff problem with for the gaming console is going to make console more expensive?
Well, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to
I
put
know,
a
but do
tariff
you think
almost.
it will work? Do you
I
think
hope.
it
I
will
hope.
happen?
That's how you do it.
I hope not. I hope not. All I could say is that motherfucker should be impeached. Impeachment process should have started, but that bitch.
Hey,
That,
I'm
bi-
going
that
to
bitch.
be
No, wait, wait,
honest.
wait, wait. I'm gonna say something.
Democrats are
Wait,
weak.
let me finish. That Nancy Pelosi bitch, and I hate to say she has the same fucking first name as me because that pisses me off. She could have started this shit a long time ago, and that bitch didn't do nothing. They got more evidence on him and more shit on him, even committing perjury, than anything, and they ain't doing
They
shit
are
to his
weak.
head.
They are weak. The
I didn't think we'll
Democrats
ever have this
are weak.
conversation. I thought that I was for certain that this motherfucker wasn't gonna win the moment he said that, grab by the push and shit.
Hey,
I could have
So did
sworn
I.
this motherfucker lost on that. Just like nope, he won. Like
But anyway, listen, you know what? Right now, I really don't even want to get into politics. We're like almost let's see, 3 hours into the show. I gotta
Yeah.
cut this bitch. I gotta cut this bitch. I'm like, I can't believe we went on for 3 hours. But we the main thing is we talked about a lot of good gaming stuff. We all came together, agreed on some things, disagreed on others, with no arguments, no fighting, no nothing. And that's what I like a gaming podcast to be about. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, guys. First of all, I want to, I'll do that at the end. We're gonna start our outros. Ace, I'm gonna let you go first since you're overseas, and I know it's late where you are. So you go ahead and do your outro.
Okay, so shout out to the podcast. It was a lot of fun. Shout out to you for having me. And yeah, as always, till the next time, you can find me at Kahraba_Chab. I will link it down below. And yeah, follow everyone around here. They're all great people.
Okay. Next up, we got Thrash. Thrash, would you leave?
he stepped away.
Huh?
I think he stepped away.
Okay. All right, Brian, go ahead, do yours.
It's Big Cloud Gaming. You guys can find me on Fridays. At the channel on the RGT podcast. Obviously, Nancy's there. She's a member. And yeah, it's my channel, Big Cloud Gaming. You already know.
Just so you guys know, I won't be there this week though.
Yeah, not this week.
Only because, like I said, it's my birthday week. My birthday's on Saturday, but I'll start from the 4th of July and keep on going. I take a whole week. And I take my vacation that time to what's part of my vacation time. Like I'm off. So I mean, I just like have fun the whole time. And be with family and do whatever. So unfortunately, I will not be there this week. At least Ryan understood, and and the panel understood. But I'm taking off because, like I said, I take off this full week of 4th of July weekend. I take off because of my birthday weekend. So I do that. So I will not be on the podcast this week. But anyway, Thrash, go ahead and do your outro. Tell people where to find you.
What's up? You know what it is. If y'all don't know where I'm at, then fuck y'all. I ain't gonna tell y'all. Find me if you want to find me. I ain't got no plug for you, niggas.
Hey,
Check out the Roundtable podcast. We have that today. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here typing it up right now as we speak. So you know what I'm saying. If you want to check us out on the Roundtable podcast, we will have some topics to go. Other than that, you know what I'm saying. Support Titanfall and do what you do, niggas.
The only reason why I said to do that because we got new people coming into the chat all the time. So some people may not have heard of you. So I want you to tell and
If
tell them
they
what
ain't heard of the Thrash Man, them niggas irrelevant to the Thrash Man.
Oh,
right?
would you stop it? What,
I'm
tell
the
it. Would you
I'm the
just tell
king
them?
of Tekken. I'm the most
Oh,
handsomest
Lord.
nigga out here. Hey, all right, check out King Thrash Game. You can check out King Thrash Gaming, man, where you can get some of the best content on YouTube, from comedy to documentaries to skits and facts about gaming. If you want to hear that, I say nigga a lot. So if you don't want to hear that, please avoid my channel. Don't go on my channel telling me I said too much. You can suck a dick. You're not my boss. Other than that, I see y'all niggas on the next.
Thrash, you're stupid. You're stupid. Yo, never mind. Guys, but seriously, if you don't like the word, don't go to shit because he says it
Don't
every other
don't.
word. It's every other
I
word.
don't. I don't like the. I don't like when people say the, but I tolerate it and listen to it and don't judge them for saying the. Don't know why my words hurt you. Nigga. I don't understand it.
At least the thing is, at least I tried to stop saying it, and I did well tonight, except for one time. I try not to say the F word no more because of what YouTube's doing. But
Yeah.
yeah. But at
Oh,
least
one more thing. Hold on.
what?
One more thing. If y'all want to check out the best Death Stranding theories out there, and when I say the best, I mean the best because minds make more sense than some of the professionals out there that've been doing it for a hot minute. I watched one yesterday and was like, man, you got that for me. They didn't even give me a thumbs up, son. Relax.
All right,
So other than that, yeah.
Thrash, you got to say it like this. He got that from me.
No, I can't put my voice that pitched. I can't do that. I'll bring Diver in here, but he'll do that.
while he's taking his shower.
Right.
But anyway, I'm Matador. Go ahead.
Hey guys, thank you, Princess. It was a great show. It's always an honor being here. And guys, you can find me on PlayStation, on Xbox, or by RD Matador 809. Make sure before you leave, hit the like button. Okay, it's free, and show some support. Subscribe, everybody here on the panel. Great content, and y'all have a blessed night. Adios.
I do want
Blessed.
to thank everybody for being on the panel tonight. I appreciate y'all. A bit and Thrash, I appreciate you, popping in here. I know it doesn't happen all the time, but I appreciate you guys popping in here. It was a great show. Everybody, like Amanda said, hit that like button, show some support for actual real gaming topics. Okay. And you're going to hit that like button, and you know why you're going to do it? Because you all love me. I'm out of here. Later.
Later.